Greetings. Audio level test. Because I don't
make sure you're streaming the game audio this time.
Oh, everything is unmuted. The only thing that's not muted is music player, or media player, but media player doesn't need to be muted. Anyway, we got another dev stream for y'all. Got a few things to show off, and then we're gonna set to work. Just gonna keep it nice and chill. So, talked about the roadmap in prior streams, prior dev streams. I have deemed Phase 1 of the roadmap complete. So now we move on to Phase 2, which is may be the last phase for 4.0. But the changes here are going to be a bit more invasive. They're going to, like, Phase 1 was mostly tweaks and some minor new gadgets. This time around, we are doing major changes, and some pretty significant gadget additions. So, I do want to talk about some of those. First off, I've got that pulled up. So, Slot 8 weapons. We're rebuilding them completely to be less super weapony. Trading, as was said off-stream earlier, trading damage for speed. Making them more effective one-handed weapons in parity with the other aspects of the art, with everything else in the arsenal. So, less bombastic, way less damage. The Harbinger has been cut by something like 90%. At least at V1. Because actually the Harbinger had the slowest growth of any weapon. It started out really high, but didn't move much. So all that is done, and I'll be showing that off in gameplay in just a moment. New gadgets, we have 3 planned. First is the Dynamo, which is a remote use key. It'll fire a projectile. When that projectile hits something usable, it'll use it. The Swing Shot is a grappling hook. No need to say much more. And the Hyper Strike is an upgrade to the Wrench. Perform a ground pound, do some damage to things nearby, break boxes and furniture all around you.
It's the box breaker, guys.
It is the Hyper Strike as well. It's the Hyper Strike plus the box breaker.
That's what I was saying.
Yep. Gadget tweaks. All 5 of them, all the inventory bar gadgets, that being the Hollow Shield, Warp Pad, Hypnomatic, Groovatron, and Tesla Barrier, will be accessible through GZ Doom's built-in inventory bar. That is done. That is set up and ready to roll. Tesla Barrier, a specialized ammo actor for its number of charges. First charge given will add the gadget itself to your inventory bar. This is also done. So now the Tesla Barrier actually shows up properly on the HUD. So when you haven't gotten your Tesla Barrier yet, that space is empty. Once it's visible, you'll be able to see it, even if you have 0 charges. Basically, a kind of a readout like Super Metroid did with missiles, or really any Metroid game did with missiles. New Game Plus is a big focus of this phase. So, I'll save the big one for later, for last. First off, Hero Mode, its spawns are going to be forced on for all difficulties when you enter New Game Plus. So even if you're playing on Couch Potato, you're going to start getting Grells and Fallen and Plagues and Death Elementals and so on. You'll also start getting new monsters. Effectively, these will be Hero Plus spawns. The Hero Plus monsters are going to be a bit sillier. They're either going to be sillier or even more dangerous than the normal Hero Mode spawns. Base health and damage of all monsters will increase by 75%. And a bolt multiplier increases with successful kills to a max of 20, meaning you are going to gain health upgrades very quickly. Provided you can do some damage avoidance.
And hopefully weapon upgrades as well.
You will get much faster weapon upgrades as well, yes. You'll just like in the Source games, anything that isn't V5 will rush to V5 very quickly in New Game Plus. The big thing, when you enter New Game Plus, the weapon level cap will increase from 5 to 8. So the quote-unquote super weapons, the evolved weapons, will be capable of leveling up. It actually isn't going to be even that difficult to do. I just have to give them... I just have to extend the arrays that hold the XP values and give the evolved weapons the base weapon XP as their secondary ammo, and then they'll be able to accrue XP and level up. V8 weapons are going to be dramatically overpowered. They're going to gain some additional thing. So, the insanity of V5 is now pushed out to V8 and increased. Some examples of V8 weapon mods. Let me pick out some fun ones. So the Magma Buster is going to start leaving fire in its wake. So, set fire to the entire battlefield.
Basically just start shooting zero-gravity lava gun shots alongside.
So, the Blitz Cannon at V8, its arcs will punch through targets.
Oh god, a ripping shotgun?
A ripping automatic shotgun. Infecto bombs will leave lingering gas clouds.
If it doesn't make a fart noise, I'm not going to be happy.
You'll be able to deploy an unlimited number of mega turrets.
Oh boy, yeah, that's going to be exploitable as hell.
If you grind all the way to the V8 weapons, congratulations, you've earned stupidity.
Or you just type in give everything.
Dual cryolator bullets will immediately shatter frozen targets. The Rift Ripper, its black holes, its rifts, will spew out random projectiles, getting a little bit of the Rhino 8 going in there. The silliest one, probably, is that the Beaconator, instead of turning things into chickens, they'll be turned into Fallen. Friendly Fallen. Fast-moving Firebirds of Pain.
Will they still drop XP?
No. Well, yes. No! Yes, they will, but they'll only drop 20 like the Super Chickens.
Bummer, man.
No, they'll drop XP.
Still, I mean, bummer that they're not dropping even more.
No, because you're already potentially getting 20 times more.
20 times more, 50 XP! I'm kidding.
1,000 XP per kill.
Hey, if you put in the effort! Still, kidding. I'm kidding. Don't do that, please.
So, some other things. That's not everything. Every weapon is going to get something crazy like that. More or less crazy. Some things are just going to be like, here's a massive buff. Like the Afterburner gets double range. Some other weapon changes. Morpho Ray will have far more ammo and gain more from capsules. And And all weapons will be given a dynamic sound propagation mechanic. That's gonna take some work.
You might need to explain that one.
So the way dynamic sound propagation functions is normal sound propagation just goes an unlimited distance until it hits two lines on the map that block sound or hits an impassable wall. The way that the alert monsters function works in Decorate is by default it alerts at that range. But we can set a range, and anything outside of that range won't hear the attack. So the dynamic sound propagation is, in effect, a way to account for the noise level and light level of a weapon in order to make it a bit more believable in how far away things are alerted. If you watched the last dev stream, you saw me suffer in Industrial Zone because as soon as I fire any weapon, everything in the map is coming for me. I don't personally like that. I think that's more of a flaw in Doom's design than it is a core thing. So, if you don't like it, mod it. So, quieter weapons are going to alert at a shorter distance. Louder weapons are going to alert at a larger distance. Things like the Lacerator and the Flux Rifle are going to alert normally, because they're loud weapons. Whereas the Infector won't alert anything outside of point-blank range. Items, I gotta show y'all some new item sprites. Because nearly everything has been... Nearly all of the item pickups, excluding G-boxes, item pods, and care packages, have been replaced with canon graphics. Lastly, mapping. I have 3 items for maps. Of course, the test map, that's under development now. The Overlord, Ogre, Arachnord Queen, Mother Demon, and Terminator bosses will be integrated into the normal campaign as mandatory bosses. And just for shits and giggles, a new concept for Annihilation Nation is going to be drawn up. For now, it is not a factor of the mod, but a new concept will be worked on. So that's our the shit so far. And once those are all completed, 4.0 is basically done. The Annihilation Nation concept is going to be a thing that happens over a long period of time, probably, unless a mapping team can be assembled. So let's hop into Kenzie's test map, the one, or my modified one. And let me make sure that I don't have multiple musics playing. I don't. Let's head on in here and get a look at the new graphics. So, nanotech boosters are now these red vials with a double helix DNA pattern in them. The, what was Al's glasses, the replacement for, light amp goggles, are now the thermo-optic shades. That is something brought over from Secret Agent Clank. Probably the one and only game I haven't yet considered for some kind of addition. Carbonox armor has this snazzy new shield icon. It's the same shield as before, but scaled up a bit, and with the actual Carbonox armor graphics set in it. Phaserator is the same. It's still the refractor icon. Map-O-Matic is the same. And then here's our Inferno. The Inferno crate graphic set in an octagonal black and yellow coin.
Hey, V.
Scarlet.
You're not showing us anything. We're just looking at the fucking
Focused on
code
the
base.
Slade window.
God damn it.
Yeah, I was looking over and I was like, this is not what she's talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I know what's going on.
Once more from the top.
Once more from the top, because it's trying to look for VR chat.
With feelings.
Once more with hurt feelings. Okay, let's take this from the top again. So we've got the
1, 2, 3, 4
Nanotech booster. This is actually the Nanotech booster graphic from Going Commando turned red. Thermoptic shades. This is literally just the menu icon for it, because the actual object graphic is way too simplistic to make into a sprite. Because Secret Agent Clank is a bad game. Carbonox armor. I'm really proud of how this one turned out, honestly. The black shield, red icon, red outline, red icon. And then here's our, again, the Inferno power-up. The actual Inferno graphic, black and yellow coin.
with the added little double graphic on there that to clarify that it doubles your damage and doubles your XP.
Yep. It's basically a combined Inferno and Jackpot.
Jackpot.
Which means if you max out the Bolt multiplier in New Game Plus, this is times 40.
And that's actually true to canon.
It is. It is. The cans are the same. Those are canon graphics. Canon.
Cans.wave.
And all the health pickups are Nanotech Boost vials that have been recolored and resized.
Uh-huh.
Bullied for your pleasure.
Okay.
Almost wish you could have like for the mainline health pickups you could have like, you know, the big glowy blue ball.
I would love that. I would love that, but we have to figure out how to interpret that for 2 dimensions.
Excellent. Nice.
I wouldn't know where to start.
I have some ideas, but lack the drawing capability to make them happen at the moment. So let's grab all the items we can here.
Everything.
Nice. Oh yeah.
There we go. Oh, and just to show it off, shields up.
Shields up. Red alert.
So let's play with these. Just because I don't want to die, and this is testing mode, let's throw on God 2. Hey, Cyber Demon.
God 2 and God 1 is that God 2 is absolutely bullshit.
Yep.
I was gonna make a God 3 joke.
God 2 electrical balloon.
Yeah, it took a few shots to bring down a Cyber Demon.
Item found.
Don't worry, the XP needs of these weapons are going to drop.
So it's not. I was about to say it shouldn't be as fast as like, you know, a white box weapon, but should at least stand a level chance of getting most of the arsenal to V5 in a single non-NG plus playthrough. That's my line on it.
I would say about... No, I still don't fully agree with that. Chunky. Well, we're gonna be here a minute. Bouncer's still pretty effective against this guy.
Yeah, not terrible. Probably about BFG 9000 tier still.
It does about it does 1,000 damage per hit. And it is considerably slower than a BFG, so... But,
So it's
the
still
benefit...
BFG tier.
It is, yeah, it's BFG tier. It's about like hitting something with the BFG from, what, about 20 feet away?
Yeah, a few paces away, yeah.
Yeah. So, an Annihilator went down in
Got it.
9 bouncer shots. Keep in mind, you start with 15.
You just gotta pace yourself, that's all.
Oh.
And
And lastly, the Harbinger.
the fitness gram pace.
Oh, that brings back some unhappy memories.
4 Harbinger shots brings down a Cyber Demon.
Ironically enough, though, that the Fitness Gram Pacer test came in handy and much later in life. Didn't realize it at the time. Because the Army PT test was round about the same thing.
By the way, as I said in the announcement, y'all, casual off-topic chatter is absolutely welcome. This is supposed to be... Basically, this is a just chatting stream with game dev. Back pop felt so good. Let's look at the weapon wheel at okay, so the bouncer currently requires 1250 to get to V2. Compare that to about 400 to 500 for the slot 7 weapons. So I'm thinking this would probably take about 600. The Rhino, we're looking at about 750.
Oh, you might need to reshuffle those on the wheel, too.
I'm aware.
They're in the... Yeah.
I just need to go into weapon lists and reverse them. Actually, I need to double check others too. Let's actually look at that real quick. Correct. So, Combustor, Pyrocitor, Pulsar, Blitz Gun, Infector, Buzzblades, Mini Turret. That needs to... Nope.
Mini turret.
That's good. Miniature turrets gun.
I mean, that was kind of what... That's kind of what it was for me when I was first starting to play the mod. It was just like, have friends. It felt like Tourette's.
Yeah.
You just fire it and it goes, Bob, sack it!
So, okay.
That's pretty good.
God, the fish sticks smell like tits!
Slot 5 is... What?
It's a Tourette's guy quote.
Okay. Arbiter, Seeker, Hover Bomb. That one's always been the same. Meteor, Morpho, and Hydra. Okay, so the only two that are backwards are the Bouncer and the Rhino. I'm also heavily tempted to adjust the name of the Rhino and remove those dots.
I mean, yeah.
Canonically, that is at least how the first one was written.
But none of the subsequent ones were.
None of the subsequent ones were, and it's a pain in the ass typing it out and having to do R dot Y dot N dot O dot.
You can just have Rhino.
Yeah.
The Dirk has been distracted.
I'm sorry, I got distracted by Rem Stage's Ratchet and Clank metal remixes, which... Fuck, I love these. I do...
Distraction.
I do thoroughly enjoy them. Whee! launch boot height is crazy. Oh shit, there's a gadget I forgot to add to the roadmap. Let me do that real quick before we hop into Slade, just in case I forget again. What?
Yes, Queen Slade.
Slade. God. Lords. Okay, so there's one new gadget that I forgot to add. The question is, what do we call it? Because the idea is it's supposed to at least double your fuel for the levitator and launch boots.
The
The
fuelinator.
extendo tank.
Extendo tank.
You have to unlock your inner Doofenshmirtz when making.
You do have to. You know what? I love that description. You do have to unlock your inner Doofenshmirtz when naming things in Ratchet
There's
and
the
Clank.
new extendo fuelinator.
Exactly.
I like the
Ratchet
little.
the Lombax.
This is why Neon's comment from earlier really stuck with me, 'cause it's so true.
Dr. Doofus first be like, Ratchet the Lombax.
So earlier today, Neon, V's fiance, asked, "Why does everything in this game sound like it's from Phineas and Ferb?"
It really kind of
Cued
does.
me
though
laughing.
It predates Phineas and Ferb by, I'll say, about half a decade.
When
Oh,
did
yeah.
Phineas and Ferb first air? Was it 07?
Let me
Oh.
check. Because I know
God.
Ratchet and Clank first dropped in 2002.
Correct.
Checking on Wikipedia. Lucky I had a tab open. Load, you fucker.
2007, yeah, August 17th.
August 17, 2007.
Right
Come up
at
on
the
an
5-year
anniversary.
mark. Neat.
So I nailed it right on the button.
No, I wouldn't be put it past the creators to have actually played Ratchet and Clank, and then
Oh,
have been like,
absolutely.
Oh, for sure. Okay, so we have some ACS fuckery to deal with.
ACS?
ACS stands for Action Code Script. It was originally developed for Heretic and Hexen, some later Doom Engine games, and has been since greatly expanded for use in Z-Doom and GZ Doom. It's just a different code language that gives you more options. It gives you more options than Decorate, which is what you're seeing on screen right now, but not as many options as Z-Script, which is just... It's more or less an extension of Decorate. Like, it is entirely possible nowadays to build an entire fully functional Doom mod using nothing but Z-Script. If the documentation for it were better, I would probably do that. Unfortunately, it's not better. Okay, there was actually a lot of ACS tweakery that we had to neglect in previous sessions, and I'm struggling to remember what a lot of that was. Well, the slot 8 tweak did require ACS, and that's been taken care of.
Khan wanted more ammo for the buzz blades. That's
More-
one thing I recall.
More
ammo at V1 for sure.
Well-
It's what we talked about.
Ammo at
More ammo
V1
pack.
is... Yeah, ammo at V1 is ammo always, so... Well, until V5.
Yeah.
But there is a new attack that I didn't show off. So guess what? We're opening up the game again.
Who's looking for a fight?
I don't remember if I showed it off at the last session. The Shard Reaper. all of its damage at once.
I'm sorry, what?
Black shards. Watch. Boop. 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 And now you're dead.
It's basically the old alt fire except repurposed.
Yeah, redesigned and spreads its damage out a lot better. It spreads the love.
It also spreads the legs.
That it does. I mean, what?
That's an electric razor, don't worry.
I was like, whoa.
I won't do that gag again. Anyway.
You thought for a second here that the Ace of Gade had a fucking vibrator.
I was more impressed than anything, to be honest.
Well, it does vibrate. It's just an electric razor, though.
The fucking the Ace of Gades. There we go.
The ace.
Shoutouts to Gade.
JDE, love that place.
That's your home base server, effectively.
Yeah, that's my home server, really. Yeah.
Okay, so the consideration for higher ammo cap on that, like how much higher? Because it sits at 24.
Maybe starting at like 28 to 30 and then going up from there.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
It could retain its current cap of 48 too, because I feel like 48 is a good maximum.
And round it off, just go 50.
I would say 50. You can go through Buzz Place really quickly.
He does have a point.
I have another
Because-
possible suggestion. Let me look at the value for them.
Because while they're really good in those crowded situations, you gotta get more than one in the air at a time. Otherwise, you're not getting any real benefit. Otherwise, because most of the time you're gonna be sitting there with your ass hanging out, waiting for the buzz blades to do its thing. And there's no predicting on where they're gonna go. They could just go off in a wild.
Which the
tangent.
Alt-Fire does mitigate that now.
Yes.
Actually, there's a thing. The large capsules really weren't giving a proportional amount. They were only giving 10, while the normal capsules gave 6. So I'm bumping those to 12.
That'll help. Though I would still probably advocate for the ammo cap bumps anyway. Because, as Khan said, even with the alt fire, if you're trying to use the primary fire of the buzz blades, they're fucking unreliable as hell. You're having to...
They're a crowd weapon.
Yeah. Still, it is kind of unreliable at the end of the day. If you're trying to... You have to be very good about predicting the path of those blades, and they are not predictable in the slightest.
They're really not. Though, I will say, I don't quite have the difficulty that y'all do with landing hits. I will say, Khan is right about one thing. Because they're kind of I don't want to say a slow boil, but they are kind of a delayed delivery on their full capability. It is easy for them to, or you need multiple shots in the air to really do considerable damage. That is,
at least
I will not
until
disagree.
V3.
At V3, it doesn't matter anymore because they home.
V3, V3 when the homing kicks in, that's when the Buzzblade launcher really comes into its own. Because you can finally use the primary finally use the primary reliably against pretty much any given target.
Okay, so 30 base. And I'm actually going to bump the V5 as well to 15. And let's come in here. I feel like 30 is a good maximum for the Doom Blades.
Yeah, I haven't really had a chance to try them yet, but given how you describe the devastation that the Doom Blades levy, yeah,
it is like it out damages both the Blitz cannon and for sure the Infecto Bomb. So yeah, 30 feels like a good peak. Going up by... Okay, so for collecting backpacks or ammo-matics, I think taking them up to a 4 per ammo-matic is good on that one, and then the Doom Blades will stay at 3. Yeah, I think that feels good. Mini capsules give 1? 2. Well, no. I see the wisdom of that now, because you can grab mini capsules pretty quickly. That mini capsules are exactly what they suggest. They small. Hell, you're only getting 10 lacerate. Well, wait, where is? Yeah, 10 lacerator shots per mini capsule. Not meant to get much. Oh, something else I didn't fix yet. First off,
which for the lacerator is damn near nothing.
Well, that's the
burn
thing.
through 10 instantly.
You're right, and that's kind of the idea of the mini capsules. They're easy to get a hold of if you're willing to get in there with a wrench. So it's meant as a supplement, not as a reliable restorative. Why'd I do that? Go to weapons. Slot 8. Open up the Rhino, because I want to go to the Rhino 5 here. Because it does a V4 Rhino rocket plus a spread of 5 Rhino bullets.
That's as it sits.
As it sits. Now, I want each of those to do 20 damage, because I did say an additional 100 per bullet. This will effectively be an automatic weapon delivering 300 damage a shot. Hell, at that point, it's in line with the N90 Hurricane. The old N90 Hurricane. That should tell you how hard everything's been nerfed.
Well, still, the Hurricane pre-nerf was pretty beastly.
It was destructive. It was like the V8 Hurricane from the Source games.
But the thing is, this is... The one thing we gotta remember is that this isn't the Rhino 2 we're talking about. This is the Rhino 5.
Yeah, the Rhino... This isn't the Rhino 2. This is a good weapon.
Yeah, the Rhino... The original... The earliest versions of the mod had the Rhino upgrade to the Rhino 2.
Mm-hmm. Which... I have an affinity for shitty weapons, because I want to try to fix them. And what I discovered is that fixing the Rhino 2 was just making it the Rhino 5.
And we basically just ended up... The literal only difference between them in terms of how they performed, the Rhino 2 just fired the rockets.
Mm-hmm.
The Rhino 5 adds the bullets.
Mm-hmm.
And they're icy bullets. They're
pain.
Icy bullets here to allow for some other weapon to have ice damage, because ice is the least common element among the arsenal.
But it is cold damage, so only ice and freeze will actually actively freeze enemies. Cold damage just does ice elemental damage with a normal kill.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah.
There was a proposal I levied about this a while back that Scarlet shot down, but I might as well say it for posterity on stream. I was suggesting at one point that the Rhino 5's bullets be mixed elemental, kind of like a rainbow of things. There'd be like, since it's firing spreads of 5 bullets alongside, one would be plasma, one would be fire, one would be lightning, one would be ice, and one would be probably physical, honestly.
Yeah, it would be, because there are 6 elements, so you cover the remaining ones besides explosive. So it would effectively be the only weapon that does all elements of damage.
And the explosive damage is covered by the rocket. The only quote-unquote element we're not talking about here is infectious damage.
Mm-hmm.
And that's restricted to the infector.
So, I have an idea.
Hmm?
I has idea. What if, since it is supposed to be miniguns inside the weapon, I could move these out of this block here. I could move all but one of the Rhino bullets out. It would only fire 4 for every Rhino rocket, but instead they would do 25 damage, and a bullet would be fired every tick. Therefore, actually functioning like a minigun as opposed to an automatic shotgun.
That would be more in line with how the original weapon behaves. How the hell are you going to handle ammo?
Simple. Only the rockets use ammo. The bullets don't.
You could do that, or you could actually have it behave like cannon, where you're dealing with, your base ammo for that thing is like 1,000 rounds, and each bullet and each rocket consumes 1 round of ammo.
I honestly don't. That's something about the Rhino 5 that I actively dislike, because it feels like the Resident Evil 5 issue of an egg taking up as much space in your inventory as a rocket launcher.
True that.
It makes no logical sense, and it's easier to balance ammo capacities when we have smaller numbers.
Yep, that it is.
I don't hate the. Or rather, I see the virtue in the idea. It's just something that from the source games that bothers me.
So we'll leave it out. But yeah. The main reason a while ago that I originally suggested like the rainbow of bullets idea was to at least have one weapon in the arsenal whose damage is who is effectively
comprehensive damage.
Is comprehensive and cannot be totally blocked by any enemy.
I have an idea. I have a compromise. You know what the rainbow effect also kind of smacks of? Ratchet Deadlock's level 99 weapons. Because they took on an RGB effect when you got them to level 99. What if that was part of the
V5 here? Maybe the V8.
The V8, and the rockets can join the party. So you get multi-elemental rockets and bullets. Just a true chaos weapon.
Okay. Keep the rainbow bullets at V5, but add the rainbow rockets at V8. And double the number of bullets at V8.
Oh, doubling the number of bullets at V8 was already a plan.
But how does it sound to have the rainbow bullets in at V5, but it's only the bullets? The rockets join in at V8.
Let me
Like every firing cycle, it can't be random. It would have to be. It would fire a spread of the spreads of rainbow bullets anyway. But like every firing cycle, it cycles between, like, say, explosive, fire, ice, lightning, fizz, explosive, fire, ice, lightning, fizz, explosive, fire, ice, lightning, fizz.
Right.
Because we've already got plasma explosives on this tier. We've got the Harbinger. And you've also got the Seeker gun if you need plasma explosives.
So what if it just dropped plasma as one altogether, and there are 4 elements for the bullets, and then 5 for the rockets? So bullets can be fire, ice, lightning, fizz, and then rockets can be all of those plus explosive. Or hell, why not just have explosive bullets at V8?
Well, toss a few of them in there, not many.
Right.
I mean, it wouldn't be too hard. It wouldn't be that hard to implement. All you'd need is, like, palette swap versions of the bullets that deal different damage types.
Exactly. The only real source of tedium with that is that we have to make trails.
Rhino Bullet 3.
You have to make trails. You have to make trails. You have to make lights. It's a bunch of little things that are going to be tedious and time consuming, but aren't deal breakers in and of themselves.
Yeah. The thing is, the trails, they're just going to inherit. They're just inheritors as well. You can just have them palette swap.
You can. It's just
the lights.
More tedium.
The lights are the tedium part. Yeah.
Okay, so.
But if we're reducing the bullets down to, like, 4 bullets per cycle, doing 25 each for the intended 100 extra damage. We know it's going to be fire, ice, and lightning would be the 3 of the elements.
So we have So if
we
you
have
look,
the lacerator for plasma bullets.
We also have four distinct bullets per cycle, but we also have 3 stages per cycle as well. If you look,
if we had 12 elements, that would be perfect. But
so we have 12. Honestly, I don't see a harm in having all 6 be present. Really, just go full bore. Because then, so let's just label each of the bullets. So we have fire 1, fire 2, fire 3, and then we have bullet A, B, C, and D. So 1A could be ice, 1B can be fire, 1C can be lightning, 1D can be fizz, 2A would be plasma, 2B would be explosive, and then it would just loop.
okay, so you'd be going through them one at a time. I was thinking they'd end up going something like fire, ice, lightning, plasma, fire, ice, lightning, fizz, fire, ice, lightning, explosive.
I kind of want. That's
but
all.
If we got 12 of them, you can cycle between them in a, like, going fire, ice, lightning, fizz, plasma, splody, fire, ice, lightning, fizz, plasma, splody.
Yeah. I said Physma. The fuck, Physma balls.
Fizz, plasma, splody is what I said.
It's
Yeah,
okay.
no,
I keep being
Physma.
fizz like Fizzeroli, so
Good, I'm not the only one.
yay!
Okay, let's play with this. So, good news. This makes the bullets more visible. Oops. I wrote that wrong.
I wonder, would the explosive bullets specifically also have splash?
Yes.
Amu?
Yes, I know, Amu. But to answer your question, absolutely yes. Basically, you would be weaponizing the snipers, or the SSG guys' exploding bullets against them.
You know what that also adds?
What's that?
That technically adds the dumb firing rockets from your Rhino 5 cycle.
Correct.
It makes the weapon closer to cannon. I love it when a plan comes together.
You got your way.
No. Item found. Nice.
But hey, at least I've actually managed to justify it this time. Oh, I keep forgetting the Rhino 5 got the friggin' nuke launcher on the hull.
Which does obnoxiously huge damage. Like, see all these guys? They're gone now.
I'm gonna have to mess around with that. That's fun.
The only thing is it burns 25 rockets. It burns 25 rockets, but it is the highest damage attack in the game, if I recall. Let me double check that so I'm not lying to you.
I mean, your Rhino is the Rhino is supposed to be your ultimate weapon in most Ratchet and Clank titles, anyway.
It is. The only one that doesn't. The only exception to that is the Harbinger / Supernova, but that's just because Deadlock doesn't have a Rhino. It's the only game that doesn't. Arguably, though, it has a better super weapon. The Harbinger is better.
Well, actually, the Rhino 8 is the best super weapon in the franchise.
No, it's fucking not.
No, it's not. It's not.
I gotta remember where I put the mini nuke.
Have you checked your pants?
Oh, it is Decimator Rocket 2. Because I just repurposed that.
Yeah.
Okay, so scroll down, Decimator Rocket. Deuce. Okay, so Decimator Rocket 2 does a whopping 2,500 impact damage.
And splash?
5,000. It is
good God.
It does 5 grand in a 640 radius.
Kind of weird you used actor properties to specify that, not an A_explode call.
So I mean, there is an A_explode call. Wait, why did I...
Scroll down.
Oh, whoops, I scrolled too far. There we go. Yeah, there's still an explode call.
And that's an additional 260 and 220.
No,
on top of that.
It shouldn't be spawning a decimator boom.
Oh, you're passing those along. Okay.
Yep.
Gotcha.
That's exactly it.
I didn't know you could do that.
You can. It makes it easier when inheriting, because if you look here at Arbiter Rocket V1, we go down to Arbiter Rocket V2, and all I have to do is change this instead of making a whole new death state.
Fair enough.
Okay. Hydrate so you don't dehydrate.
Hydrate or die straight.
That's the one that I prefer.
Yes, I'll hydrate so that I'll die gay. But yeah, so okay, the decimator rocket here, the mini nuke, 7,500 for 25 ammo. The Rhino 5 alt does 300 per shot. 300 times 25, 7,500. It is exact 1-to-1, but you get a massive radius out of it. Basically, whatever you point it at.
Especially if you've got an Inferno, you can practically one-shot anything short of one of your special bosses.
Right, because with an Inferno, this rocket does 15,000 damage.
And that's not even the most insane damage I've heard of in Doom mods.
That's not even the most insane damage that's been done in this mod. The highest is 60k.
Yep. All I have to do is cite Old Dreadful from Guncaster.
Oh boy.
Old Dreadful. Look, Altfire with powered up Old Dreadful has enough blast radius to completely annihilate an entire fucking slaughter map.
Yeah. I mean,
one shot from that can probably level at least 80% of Nuts 3.
That's insane. I was going to compare it to the, what's the one weapon from, RO?
What, the Vindicator? The plasma cannon?
The one that basically launches a literal supernova into the map. Is that the Vindicator? No, that's not the Vindicator.
That's the Yamato.
No, I'm thinking of the Planet Cracker.
Oh yeah, the Planet Cracker. That's that one. Mm-hmm.
That one can do about the same job. Oh.
Yes, we're still talking about a Doom mod here, Con. Some people have gone utterly nuts with this.
I mean, the Yamato can, it's like biggest, most powerful fire mode literally ends the level.
Yeah, all it is, you just hit Alt Fire on it and you exit the level instantly.
Presumably leaving the level as a pile of nothing.
Well, it's referred to as quantum teleportation. So.
Okay.
Let's cannon. Let's go.
Hey, enjoy that alt fire. Oh, okay. So, what's next?
I just annihilated a Cybern with it.
So, I'm not ready to work on the new gadgets yet. I do need to take that to increase that to a 4. Gadget tweaks are done. New Game Plus is going to take a lot of work. I actually need to do a little bit of problem solving with that one. V8 weapons. That's gonna be really difficult. Well, not difficult, but it's gonna take some time. Other weapon changes. Morpho Ray. Let me fix that one. So it needs to have more ammo and gain more from capsules. So it'll start with... Hold on. So the Morpho Ray, I did already increase it so it starts with 240 as opposed to 120. Beaconator also starts with 240. Its current maximum is 250. That needs to go up.
Yeah.
I'm thinking 480.
Yeah.
Same thing here with the Beaconator. You should also get a considerable amount of ammo. We don't... Well, in canon, the weapon's not supposed to use ammo anyway.
Yeah, but kind of has to be limited in some way for Doom purposes.
Yeah, I want to say this gets 40 ammo per ammo-matic. So it'll take 6 to max it out. And for mini capsules, it'll get... I'm just going to double these. So 10 and 10. 15 goes up to 30. 10 goes up to... I'm going to have this go up to 30 as well. No, I'll keep this at 20. Stay with the logic that I gave it. 30 bumps to 60. 25 bumps to 50. Okay, the Morpho Ray is now a lot more sustainable.
Thank God.
Let me mark that as done. And dynamic sound propagation is the other weapon tweak. Items are done. Mapping. That's gonna take some time. And maybe a little rosemary.
Mm.
I am still looking at the ACS. Let me make sure that's compiled. Oh, I need to fix the weapon wheel. Collapse everything. Welcome to my thought process, y'all. Oh wait, nope. I only want to grab these two and do that. Looks good. So Rhino, Rhino 2, Bouncer, Heavy Bouncer. Recompile. There's always a touch of anxiety when I go to compile weapon wheel scripts.
Mm-hmm. They gave me a lot of fucking
There we go. Ah, let's fix their XP while we're at it.
They gave me a lot of friggin' grief for a while, as you well know.
Gave you the ass itch. Oh, that sounded pained. Okay, so N60 takes 250. Bomb Glove takes 175. Well, Nitro Launcher takes 175. Why does that take less? Oh well, it works. Combuster.
Mm.
You know, something that I think the Combustor needs is to take less XP for V2.
Mm-hmm. That thing needs to level up fast.
At least the first level needs to be quick. Well, no, don't care about the Synthenoids. Pulsar Cutlass at 275, I think works.
Mm-hmm.
Blitzo Gun takes 400. That's a staple weapon, so it should take comparatively more. Infector 100. That one's kind of weird to level. Buzzblades take 450. I think
that might need to be knocked down a bit.
I was thinking a slight knockdown to 400 to match the Blitzo Gun. God damn it, Con.
You've done it twice. You didn't realize
Would
it's
you
the first time.
entertain 350 for either of them?
No, I think that would be a little too quick. Just a little bit.
Fair enough.
Don't care about the decoy glove. Wait, no, the decoy glove is actually overridden as the nano swarm. So nano swarm takes 500. With its power decrease, I think it needs to go down to 350. I think this one does warrant a 350 because it does not melt enemies like it used to.
Yeah, and
Flux rifle for some reason is set at 340.
when it comes to the nano swarm, it still has the additional. It's able to carry more ammo, right?
Oh, I have not bumped that yet. I don't think. Let's go through the Let's go through V1 XP first, and then we'll.
Yeah, I was just thinking about that. Sorry.
Mini turrets take 425. Honestly, that feels pretty good because you could lay waste with these.
They level up quick, even with that.
Mini turrets. Oh, it's still fucking funny.
Gravity mine, don't care. Lava gun is the lacerator, takes 255. That needs to level quickly to V2 because V1 is very basic. So I think that's fine. Tesla Claw, 285, another weapon that would lag if it took too long to level up. Arbiter, 360, I think is good.
Fine.
The Seeker gun at 335 is good. Hover bomb at 390 is good. Meteor gun at 290 is good. If anything, that might be a little fast. No, I'm gonna leave it alone because, again, it's a weapon that can lag. Plasma coil, we don't care. Morph array, 525. It's a farming gun. It mitigates that high requirement by its own nature.
Well, I would ask that it be bumped down to 500.
Because of its reduced capability, I agree.
500 or maybe 450, but 450 sounds like a little too little.
Yeah. Bouncer is going to be 600. The Rhino, 1500 at the start. 750. We'll cut it in half. Harbinger at 2K. No. I'm gonna...
900?
I'm thinking 900, yeah.
A little less than half.
Pyrocitor at 350 feels good to me.
Yeah, that's a 325. Just a little less.
You know what? Why not? Not enough to make it. It wouldn't be enough to make a big difference. So why get hung up on it?
Yeah.
The Rift Inducer at 210. No, that's low.
That's far too low. That is far too low.
I'm gonna say 450.
I would have proposed 400, but 450 sounds reasonable.
If it's too slow, we can fix that. And the Spitting Hydra sits at 550.
Oh shit! This just brought me back down here.
With the awkwardness of that weapon to use, I'd probably bump that down to somewhere around. I would have actually said 500.
Really?
But
you know what? Let's do 500.
Yeah, 500 sounds a bit more reasonable. I mean, considering that you're going to be able to relatively lay waste with the weapon, but it is exceptionally awkward to work in the first-person shooter environment.
You know what it's best served as? It's best served as I don't like Lost Souls, the button.
As I sit there and start spamming the button.
Okay, so currently...
I'm trying to think of something that could be...
The Nano Swarm currently only has 5 rounds. That's, as it
Double
sits,
that.
drastically too low. I was thinking between 8 and 10 as well.
Double it at bare minimum.
Yeah, I'm gonna say 10. I think 10 will be plenty.
10 caps out at 16.
I like it. Not quite double. I think 20 is too much.
Yeah.
I think
That sounded
okay.
like... Go ahead.
The ridiculous nature of the Frost Swarm, it will start at 8.
Caps out at 14?
16. We'll take it to
still at
16 the
16,
same.
okay.
Yeah. But it's going to start with less. Okay, so now let's drop back into the ammo script once again. Scoot up to the top. Nano Swarm, there it is, 16. And 16. Good. Actually, I want to jump over to RC stuff. This is where the XP values are given, and shoot up to the top of the thing here. Okay, so here's our XP requirements. So let's look at each of these. Now, remember that this is using the old... You know what? Since we're probably going to be enslaved for a while there, X, I'm going to do you a favor.
Oh?
Here you go.
Oh, one sec.
And remember that this is using the old weapon order, so it's going to be a little wonky. So, the N60, beginning with its all these starting are for V3, V4, V5. So 500, 4,800, 14,000. Nitro Launcher is the same.
Yeah.
Combustor, 600, 2,000, 16,000.
What for?
Combustor.
3, 4, 5?
Yeah, all these are 3, 4, 5.
How much better is the Magma Buster versus the regular Combustor in your opinion?
Remember that they all follow the roughly double damage with some other ancillary buffs.
Huh.
And also that they are all
Maybe
meant
bump
to...
that the V. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was about to say, for the Combustor, if you're wanting that thing to level up quicker and, like, maybe bump the V5 threshold down to 12 now?
I think 12 might be overkill. Because I don't want it to get to V5 much quicker.
Yeah.
What it really needs is to get to V3 quicker.
And it's already doing that pretty nicely. The reason I was suggesting a 12 thou threshold for that is because, well, the player's not really using the Combustor all that much outside of personal preference, you know? So I would reward a player that uses the weapon with getting it to V5 a little earlier. And besides, 12 thou is still 6 times the V4 requirement.
It is, but it's also less than the slot 1 weapons.
Well, you see on the very end there, that's 11 thou for the Cutlass. So,
How about we match? How about we match at 14K?
match them 14 thou. That's a 7 times increase, but yeah, better than an 8 times increase.
Yeah. Okay. So the next one that is the
price matching.
Synthenoid. We don't care about the Synthenoid.
Hold-
So the next one
hold
we'd
up,
actually jump.
Con had something.
Go for it.
Said, are y'all price matching over there?
Yes.
Kinda, yeah.
Okay.
XP
So.
prices for level ups.
So this one here is that's the Synthenoid, so we don't care. we jump down here to the, Hi, Brain. Hello, are you there?
Pyrocitor.
The Pyrocitor. Okay, so it just matches the Synthenoid.
650, 2700, 14.5.
I think the V...
That might need to be backed off a bit on the V3 upgrade.
I was thinking the V4 upgrade might need to be backed off a little bit.
Okay, so 14.5 sounds reasonable for the V5.
Yeah.
Maybe 620, 2550. And leave V5 at 14.5.
Yeah, that'll cut out 200 XP. That's not a tremendous difference, but that's half a Cyber Demon.
It's palpable. It can be felt in gameplay.
That's equivalent to...
Especially if you...
Sorry?
No, you go ahead.
I was just going to say, that's 2 Barons.
I was about to say, it's a palpable difference, especially if you're going on an Inferno rampage with that thing.
True. Pulsar Cutlass. I think that the V5 needs to be stepped up. Because it's now got more range utility. But not to...
12.5?
I was thinking 13.5, but 12.5 is good too.
Yeah, go with 13.5. I mean, I defer to your judgment on these things, because I know when a weapon feels like it's leveling too slow, or when it feels like it's leveling too fast. Usually, I have never felt like I've been stuck on V4s for too long, ever since the big XP rebalance.
Yeah.
I mean, I might be like, say, if I'm playing, like, say, maps of Chaos, sure, I'm probably going to be stuck if I'm, like, power leveling my super weapons, right? My purple boxes.
Right.
Between Nerf, I was able to usually get those things to V4 in the space of about a map.
Yeah.
With a well-placed Inferno or two.
Mm-hmm.
Backing off that pace to, like, a more vanilla map, that means, like, probably about, like, 4 or 5 maps worth of power leveling for that one weapon.
Yeah. Okay.
Assuming rough parity and monster volume.
Yeah. Blitzgun has never been...
I'm so happy.
has never felt like it was a problem with leveling. 1,000, 5,500, 15k. Again, it's a mainstay weapon. You're going to give it a lot of XP.
One suggestion.
I'm
the
listening.
V3 upgrade, instead of being 1,000, it's bumped down to 800.
Counter to that is you pick up the charge shot at V3, which is a tremendous upgrade.
I was suggesting 800 because that's double the starting XP, isn't it?
It's double.
Upgrades at 400.
It is double, but again, 200 is palpable, especially early
900
on.
Then.
I want to keep it at 1,000 because again, with the charge shot, the Blitzgun goes from a pinky popper to a Hell Knight Breaker. That's a pretty substantial upgrade.
And the Blitzgun has also seen an upgrade in this reshuffle because its spread has gotten considerably tighter.
It's more accurate, including the charge blast.
Charge shot. Okay, fair enough.
Okay, so...
Next.
Infector... Why the hell does it take 7,200 to get to V4?
Honestly, at that rate, I'd...
32? Jesus!
I was about to say $4,000 at most, and then 13,000.
No. 10.
9,000, honestly.
Really?
9.
You know what? I'm gonna trust your judgment on that one.
here's the thing. It's the Infector. It is probably the hardest weapon to level this side of the Morpho Ray in the current status of things.
Well, the current status of things, you do have the Chicken Buster back, so I would say the
Fair,
mini
but-
turrets are the other hardest one to level, because there's a compulsion, I've noticed with Khan especially, there's a compulsion to drop turrets and then switch to a different weapon, so then your mini turrets don't get XP.
So those might need a little bit of love too in that department. What do we
Maybe,
got
because
there?
I've struggled to level those up. So yeah, I think a drastic
next?
cut to the Infector is a go. The Buzz Blades. Honestly,
1,200, 500, 17,000.
I've never had an issue.
considering-
Go ahead.
You've never had an issue.
Yeah,
but
I've never had an issue
considering
leveling them.
Considering the massive power buff they get as the Doom Blades, that 17,000 is warranted.
Considering the massive upgrade they get at V3, the 1200 is warranted.
Yeah.
And 5,000 is a good mid-range for the V4 upgrade. Okay.
Next up.
Next up is the, this would be the Nano Swarm.
1,500's way high.
1,500 is way high. I'm gonna say
1,000?
that's exactly what I was thinking. It was 1,000. 7,000 is 7,000 is fucking stupid. 5,000.
Way high. And as for the V5...
The V5 is a
75?
tremendous upgrade because you have shatter damage going on with the V5. I think
At the
it's
same time, I'd maybe bump it down to 16.5. Just a minor little change, but that's about it.
you know what? That doesn't sound bad. The next one, this would be the actually, you know what would really help is if I come up here to weapon names, because this is the same order. So, well, hold on. So slot
fourth
4,
row, second column.
that's the Flux Rifle.
1,500?
1,200. Because honestly,
You know,
I haven't
here's the
had any.
thing.
I haven't. This is another weapon that requires a lot, but I haven't had much trouble leveling.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. My exclamation of 1,500 there was, what, it's that much? It sure don't feel like it. Getting it to V 4,500, yeah, that's fine. 15.5.
Remember that it becomes fully automatic at.
I know, we're talking about the Snowblind Splitter here. Just,
That is a devastating sniper rifle.
maybe boost it to an even 16,000.
I'm not opposed to that.
I mean, 500 XP for a V5 leveling. It'll make it a little slower, but not by much.
Yep. And then lastly, we have the mini turrets. Oh boy,
Okay, 2,000 is way high.
2,000 is way. 1,000. The upgrade you get
One-
is significant, but it's not
Yeah,
work. Actually, I feel like 1,000 might be a little low. How about 1,250?
1,100?
Yeah.
Okay, for the V4, that's a 5,000.
At that point, the mini turrets are quite powerful because that is a railgun blast. But at the same
If
time,
anything,
if it is, I would take it down to
I'd edge it down. I'd edge it down to like 4,250 or something like that.
But here's my thinking. The V5 is such an incredible upgrade that I think 12K might actually be
12 might be
low
light,
here.
yeah.
I'm thinking 15.
I would say anywhere in the neighborhood of 14,500 to 15,750.
Let's go with 15 as a middle
15
ground.
to cut up the middle, yeah. Next up, that's the
Next up, we have the
gravity mines.
This would be the gravity mines, so we don't care. We move down
Ignore
to here
that.
with the Rift Inducer. The Riften Inducer.
1,000, 4,500, 14,000.
I think this is solid.
Yeah, you
Because-
could probably leave that alone.
The Rift Inducer, once it hits V2, that's the space toilet of death.
Yeah, we can leave that one alone. Next
Okay,
is the
Lacerator. Wow.
2,000?
That's
Get
it?
out of here!
It feels like it. Honestly, here's the thing: it doesn't feel like it takes $2,000.
2,000. Yeah, let me check. That's that's row 5.
That's
number 2. Yeah, that is the Lacerators. So,
And that honestly, it doesn't feel like it takes 2,000 just because it's such a good mainstay weapon. Like, I've never had issues getting it to V3. I think the V4 and V5 upgrades are reasonable. If anything, I would up the V5 upgrade to like 16.
15.5. Just
Fair.
a 250 upgrade.
So 2,000, like I've said, it really feels fine.
It could probably bear to be. It could still probably bear to be a little faster.
Let's go. Let's very little 1,900.
1850.
1850 is not a big difference. Ah,
1850. Okay.
18,560. No,
6,000
6,000 I think is
for the
good.
V4.
Because remember when you're at V3 going to V4, you get that fire rate buff that takes its damage way up.
I know. I'm factoring that in. Yeah, probably leave that alone.
Tesla Claw.
1,800. Ouch.
Considering it starts to gain ripping and efficiency. Remember, it uses half ammo at V3.
Probably bump it down to like 1,600.
1,650.
Fair. The next upgrade, 5,500.
Is really.
Should that be less than the Lacerator?
I think so, because the Tesla
Reduced
Claw
range. Yeah.
Tesla Claw has reduced range and reduced utility. And
As for the
13.5, I think,
V5,
is the V5. Oh dear.
That actually sounds a little light considering what the Thunderbolt has become.
How about 15.5?
I was thinking 14.5. Cut it up the middle, say 15 even.
Sure.
Velo V5.
Yeah, V5.
Indeed.
Oh, if this mod had achievements, that would be.
Yeah.
There's your.
Next up.
Next
up, that's the Arbiter.
Arbiter gains a lot of splash radius
15,
and
3, 13.5. Those sound okay.
those do sound okay because the V4 isn't really a considerable upgrade, so that's why it's so low.
Next,
Seeker Gun.
Seeker Gun.
1,000. Okay, so this picks up a lot of additional splash at V3. This might actually be a little low.
The thing is, I've also found myself using the Seeker Gun the least out of the yellow box weapons.
Conversely, I find myself using it the most.
If anything, I find out of the yellow box weapons, the one I find myself using the most is the hover bombs. But that's neither
Hover
here nor
bombs are
there.
right behind it. I actually use the Arbiter the least.
Arbiter's the middle ground for me. So what? Contrasting playstyles, gotta love them.
Indeed.
Okay,
Actually, I
1,000
think 1,000 is fine because I still find the Seeker Gun levels kind of slow.
If you find it leveling kind of slow, you might need to bump it down to like 900.
Well, I don't mean that in a bad way. It's progressing toward a pretty big upgrade.
Fair enough.
Hover bomb
For it, 30, 35.
and 15.
Yeah, those sound okay. Now
Those
onto
sound
the
good.
hover bomb.
Huh?
1,800. Sorry, I'm getting confused here.
Honestly, with the nerf to the hover bomb and that it only fires one bomb, this could probably stand to go down to 1,500.
Maybe lower.
I'm not comfortable going lower. Because the hover bomb is
okay,
devastating.
Maybe have it just equal the Arbiter? 1500, 3000, 13,500?
Nah. If anything, it is a better weapon, and it is a more powerful weapon. I think it should have a little bit more of an XP requirement.
And I agree there. Just, maybe 1500, 3750, and keep the 15,000 for V5
Why not?
to make it a little harder to level than the Seeker gun, for instance.
Yes. Okay, so next we have the Meteor gun, 1500 to get to V3. Honestly, okay, so the Arbiter, Seeker gun, and Hover bomb and Meteor gun are probably the least problematic weapons we've had in the entire mod, like the entire history of the mod.
Yeah, they haven't given much trouble in terms of
Balance.
balancing or anything like that.
So 15k, I think, is good given what this bastard does.
Yeah, that's good. Next up,
45.
platform, we skip that.
Oh, you moved on. Okay, so now we move on to the Spitting Hydra. Okay, this one gets a pretty steady upgrade. It doesn't get anything crazy. So 10,000 and 18,000. Honestly, the whole thing feels too quick. Like,
Really?
this has been drastically reduced in power, remember. It's been cut down by the time it gets... Okay, comparing V5... Actually, no. I said the Harbinger got the worst nerf. This did, because its V5 power got cut from 30,000 to 1,500.
A factor of 200.
A factor of 20. Its damage was reduced by 95%.
Oh, shit. I think I moved ahead too early, because 11.5 for the Soaring Comet? That's the easiest V5 in the mod.
Yeah, no, 15.5. That needs...
Sorry, Con, that's got to go up.
That's
What are you
why
on
you
about?
got the Soaring Comet so early. Its XP requirement is pitiful.
11.5.
11,500.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, definitely up that like a motherfucker, because...
Well, the Soaring Comet is...
I like the Meteor gun the way it was.
Yeah. Okay,
Well,
so
anyway,
back to the
That's fine now.
back to the
That
Hydra.
gets
2,500 was
10,000,
way too. 2,500 was way too much. I'm thinking 18.
2,000... 18...
6,000 for this
10,000
one.
6?
Well,
That's
hang on. Compare. It does need to be. I think 6 might be too low.
Yeah, I was thinking 6 was a bit too low. I would have gone like 75.
75 sounds good. 18,000 is obnoxious.
It's probably down to like about 15,750.
I think that sounds good. Morphe Ray 3250.
Oh hell no!
2,500.
At most, yeah.
I think 25 is fine considering what the
Good
thing does.
lord! 16,750.
Remember, this was taking into consideration the Twinkinator capabilities of it.
Which have been drastically reduced.
8,000.
Take that one off. I was about to say, take that one off. I would have left it at 6,750.
It still does some twinking, so I think 8K is good. 22,000.
22. It was the hardest weapon to level this side of the black box. God
And
damn.
that was by design, because you could just farm ridiculous amounts of XP with it. But less so now, so I'm thinking 16k.
Honestly, with the weapon's overall kind of limited utility, I think all those figures could bear to be lower. Like I would go something like 1,500, 6,500, and hell, honestly, just down to like 11,000. Beaconator's not all that great of an upgrade at this point.
It does farm 20 XP. It's still good.
That's,
Oh, God.
Well, that's not the 50 XP it was doing before.
No,
Fucking
but
Spider Mastermind. Oh, Canada.
I will go no lower than 14.
I was about to say 14 sounds okay there, but
25.
would you consider bumping the first two down a bit? Like,
How's that?
7,000? Yeah, that's an acceptable compromise.
Yeah. Okay. Now the big nerfaging. 3k for
Armageddon.
3k for the bouncer.
2,000.
2 for sure. 6k.
6,000
feels good.
That's okay. 15,000.
Feels good.
That's fine. Rhino.
35.
3,500.
2,500.
1750, honestly. You say 25. I said 17.5.
Let's cut it. Let's cut the difference. 2k.
2,000. Or no, the difference would be 22.50, I think. Or at least 21.25.
I think it should be higher than the bouncer because this is, even though it is weaker, it is a better weapon.
Yeah. Okay, 7,000, that's fine. 17.5.
We're getting one
fine.
hell of an
Considering the
upgrade,
upgrade.
including that mini nuke at 17.5.
Considering the upgrade, yeah.
If anything, that
Finally.
might be low.
Nah, I'd leave it at 17.5. It's a commensurate increase versus the bouncer. Considering we're about to head straight over to the Harbinger.
Harbinger, 4k is not acceptable. 2,500.
8,000 in the middle.
Is fine.
That's a commensurate upgrade.
And that's quite a lot of damage.
17.5 to 20,000.
This is still the most...
It's still commensurate, but...
It's also tremendously huge damage at V5.
I can't in good conscience suggest a change.
Me neither. I think 20k is good.
Yeah, I think that's... We'll have to give that some like stress testing.
Yeah, see,
And, like,
I thought these were
amount.
going to change a lot more.
Yeah, they didn't have to change too terribly much, but
Then again, if I remember right, old versions of the Spitting Hydra to get to the Tempest was like 30,000.
actually, hang on, I've still got 3.1 here. Let me pull
I know it took a lot.
Hold the phone. I'll look it up.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
While I
Let's see,
check
got
chat.
3.
He's quiet.
By the way, I see several people are lurking. Welcome. We are doing some game development, and you're getting to experience our thought process. And that is really the plan for today. We're working on rebalancing and doing some version 4 update shenanigans.
Okay, here's how it's sat. Pyrocitor black box was 1,500, 9,000, 20,000.
Oh.
Rift Inducer black box was 1,300, 10,000, 25,000. Hydra was 6,000, 12,000, 30,000.
Given the damage it did, you needed 30,000 XP, but you got 30,000 damage per shot out of it.
Yep.
And that was entirely intentional, as like, hey, you might want to take this into the final boss with you because he has 600k.
What, the Terminator or or Big Mama?
Terminator.
Yeah.
Terminator had 600,000, and also every V5 their health scaled a little bit more to the point where he had over a 1.2 million health.
Oh, that is not fair. There's two Afrits and a fucking Cyberian.
Turrets.
Oh, and a Flame Serpent, because of why not?
Oh, yeah, for sure. Hydra.
No, the Velocirator kills all. The Velocirator is the great equalizer.
And the wrench array shall live on. Any other, number figures up for consideration?
I'm thinking. You've already messed around with the ammo
Yep.
reserves.
XP has been tweaked.
You've already fucked with the XP. Is there anything to do with the player's health leveling you were gonna futz with, or no?
Actually, let's take a look at that. So that's going to be under check nanotech XP. This function is stupid, or this script is stupid, because it has so much piggybacking bullshit in it.
I love that. Note to future Scarlet: if things start breaking in weird ways again, this is the likely culprit. Past Scarlet.
If thines start breaking.
Thines! If thines start breaking.
Look, it's a comment, it's not meant to be spelled correctly. It's meant for, can it be readed? Okay, so...
Oh god, look at that one thing up there, that one if-else block. If get weapon LN2 gun, damage type not normal.
Wait.
Yeah, it's not normal, alright.
It's a bolognese hack.
Yeah, it's just kludge for bolognese. If your damage type is normal, then bolognese gore kicks in. If it's not normal, bolognese gore does not kick in.
And I want to stress that the bolognese thing is an optional add-on. You do not have to play with that in.
Yeah. So okay, here's the formula for increasing our nanotech XP. So it's the current max XP plus 150 plus your current stamina divided by 5.
Plus 38 times
Times your... Oh, right.
Current stamina.
Plus 150 plus... Okay, yeah. So basically, for every health level up, it gains 150 plus 38 for every level up.
How did you arrive at 38?
Vigorous testing. Actually, it wasn't vigorous testing, it was number crunching. I will say, to get to 500 health, that last upgrade in New Game Plus, from 495 takes over 70,000 XP.
The leveling feels perfectly fine in regular game. I don't know about NG+.
NG+, remember that it's going to be accelerated.
Greatly, I'm aware.
And that is intentional. New Game Plus is meant to be not necessarily easier or harder, it is meant to be more chaotic.
Huh. Okay, this may be a bit of a dumb suggestion.
Listening.
What would you say to changing that 38 to a 35 to make it like multiples of 5?
Unnecessary.
Fair.
And maybe a little too quick. Because that's going to, like, take the 20th upgrade into consideration. Actually, it's not going to make a tremendous difference, but I still don't quite...
I understand.
Yeah.
I was only suggesting that to make it kind of consistent with every other, like, XP goal, which is a multiple of 5 or 10. That's the only reason I suggested that.
Well, here's the thing.
If you wanted to slow it down, you could bump it to 40, and it would still be multiples of 5 or 10.
Here's the thing. The way that the health scaling works, it also scales XP, and therefore scales XP requirements. Really, for no other reason than to introduce some more deliberate unevenness and balance into the numbers as they go up. Because, honestly, having XP values that are a bit more disorganized as they increase, something about that just feels good to me.
Okay.
Plus, it's not even disorganized, it's just pretty straightforward. It's a good curve. But,
Fair enough.
Yeah. Yeah, health XP really doesn't cause any grief.
You went robot-y there for a hot second.
Rude.
You think in a far future world with sentient machines that kind of fake robot speak would be considered highly offensive?
or be considered erotic.
Damn it all.
I heard ham it all.
That too. That
Ham on
too.
ram on high. Basically going like that would basically be robot speak for
I take a look at my enormous penis.
That's it's robot speak for bottom.
Wow. Well then. These are coming through. These soundboards are coming through loud and clear on stream.
It's like a robot doing ooh woo fingies.
Okay.
Put your USB plug into my port, ooh woo.
No. The stream is going to hell.
The only thing that would be better is if Primal showed up at this moment.
That'd be great. I could mess with her.
Primal, I summon you from the ether. Come hither. Come hither, Yeen Queen. Fuck, it didn't work. Oh well.
Yeah.
No, I didn't ping her in the Discord. Don't worry.
I considered it.
That would have been on you, Con, not me.
Okay, so let me mark that in the change log that XP needs for weapons have been tweaked across the board. Okay, so let's jump into the dynamic sound propagation. So the trick with that is figuring out what each volume classification corresponds to in numbers. So I was thinking the way we have it set up, and I'll explain this using X's analogies, stealing his
My analogies.
analogies. So we have it broken out into 6 volume classifications. Excuse me. 0 is silent. Doesn't matter. It's not going to be heard. 1 is like a clap.
A silenced gunshot. I think.
That's a 2.
No, it was a clap.
So 1 is a clap. You're looking at anything within point blank range will be alerted. Outside of that, nothing. 2 is a silenced gunshot. Anything in the room is gonna hear you, but anything outside of the room is probably not gonna care. 3 is a lead pipe hitting the floor. It's loud. Things in the surrounding area are going to hear you, but anything at a distance isn't going to care. 4 is an unsilenced gunshot. Things out to a pretty good distance are going to hear you.
Yeah,
and then 5
like
is...
specifically like a pistol shot.
Yeah, and then 5
Pistols tend to be
is...
louder.
Yeah, and then 5 is
5
default
is a high
sound
explosive going off.
which is default sound propagation. And the way that works is, like I said, it goes until the sound gets stopped. It doesn't care about range.
So we go from mouse fart to clap, silenced gunshot, lead pipe, a pipe hitting the floor, unsilenced gunshot, block of C4.
Yeah, or a 5 could also be thought of as a honeymoon con fart.
Are we talking amplified by the shower or not?
Oh, I don't think X knows that story.
About the honeymoon? Yes. About how you ripped ass loud enough to actually warble the sheets.
No, you told me that one. My God, man, your farts are the stuff of legend. You're almost at King Ass Ripper territory. That's the kind of fart where you were required by law to go damn after ripping.
I think I went along the lines of we cried laughing.
Anyway.
Wait. I can spell.
King Ass Ripper. It's so great.
Wait, should it? Are they supposed to be inventory dot? I think they're supposed to be inventory dot.
Inventory.
Inventory.
Inventories.
I can spell.
Are you sure about that?
SPEL spell.
God damn it. Look. I have written and published a master's thesis. I think I can spell.
Speak and spell.
Yeah, I can spell with heavy use of the F7 key in Microsoft Word.
Look. I can spell, damn it. Maybe not the first time, but I can spell.
Honey, you're less Dixic.
God damn it.
That's something she's used to describe herself, by the way. And me, when I've done my fair share of typos.
Less Dexic, not less Dixic.
Well, you're about to be less Dixic if your surgeries go well.
I was about to make that fucking joke. Actually, I was gonna say you're about to be less ball sick, but
Oh yeah, getting those removed. Anyway,
speaking of subathon coming up in November.
Scarlet will finally learn what cul-de-sac means.
Cause I'm about to call the sack.
Yeah, that was good.
It literally means empty sack.
Okay.
That is glorious joke.
Yeah, that was about that was a 3 for there, wasn't it?
I had to pause the game to laugh.
So for the sound ranges,
Yeah.
I kind of want to keep them at the same. I don't want to like get uber precise. So I want to stick with the classifications equating to a value.
So something like, well, maybe make it like exponential.
So I was thinking. So a 1 would be like 200 DMU.
Oh shit! I was thinking way closer. I was thinking something like 64.
Remember that is not even out. That is almost not even beyond Doomguy's hitbox, or in this case, Ratchet's hitbox, because whatever you're putting in, you need to drop like. Oh wait, no! I'm stupid, because the radius is only 16. I think 64 might even be a little too close to dead silent. Too close to make a difference. That's why I'm going 250 because 200 because 200 is not much.
That's a third of the range of the Quake Thunderbolt.
That's like 20 feet.
What I was thinking for, yeah, it was equated to a clap, wasn't it? Yeah, you'd be able to easily hear it clap at about 20 feet.
Yeah.
It's just,
So,
I was thinking the Infector would end up being quieter than that because it's going bleh, 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 like at about a human voice volume, like speaking volume.
How about we make the Infector a special case where it only goes out to like 100? We can have an exception to the rule, but that is the only one I'm allowing.
Yeah, I was about to say that's the only exception I'd argue for outside of the. It gets a 0.5, and that's the only exception.
Okay, so
Yeah.
200 for a 1, 500 for a 2.
That's the silenced gunshot.
1,000 for a 3.
That's the lead pipe dropping in the middle of the floor.
1,500 for 4.
That's the unsilenced gunshot, and then just unlimited.
And then 5 is unlimited.
Which would technically be 8192.
How about 2,000 for 4? So 200, 500, 1,000, 2,000, 8192.
Yeah.
There's your exponential curve.
Yeah, and there's a reason it's 8192. That particular figure is the limit for any hit scan weapons range, unless defined otherwise.
Yeah.
And that's in Doom map units, or DMU for short.
Which one
They're
DMU corresponds to about 1.25 inches.
Yeah, it's not a. The thing is, the DMU2 real life units thing is not very rigidly defined, which is a little tough.
You're right, but given that everything does kind of have that 3D space and abide by the laws therein. If you take Doomguy's canonical height according to material at the time, and you divide it out with his height in code, you come out to about a little bit over 1.25 inches. And this isn't something I researched. This is something that I actually grabbed off of. Or, no, not something that I just grabbed off of somewhere. I actually, did the numbers a while back.
You know who we need to ask about this to get a real definitive answer?
Romero? Or Tom Hall?
Decino.
Or Decino.
No, Decino. Decino would be... Decino's like... He is probably the one guy that knows that engine more intimately than fucking John Carmack does.
Who are these people?
Decino is the guy that I've been showing you analysis videos from. John
Oh.
Carmack is the guy who made the engine.
Oh.
John Carmack, Tom Hall, and John Romero were all one-time. They were all founding employees of id Software who have all left over the years.
Mm-hmm.
As far as I know, the only original id Software employee that's still there is Donna Jackson, the id mom.
Yep. Which I thought I heard something about her leaving not long ago.
Let me check. Is she Nope, she's still there.
Damn!
According to the Doom Wiki, at least. Yep.
Donna to the rescue,
Mom,
indeed.
Miss Donna. Yep. Donna Jackson. She's basically the only id OG left. Because, like the original id OGs, we're talking about, like, Adrian Carmack, John Carmack, Kevin Cloud, Tom Hall, John Romero, and like Jay Wilbur, I think.
Mm-hmm.
They might have. I know they added Abrash later on, but yeah,
Because they added Abrash came along to work on the Quake engine.
and they also had Kevin Cloud, Sandy Peterson, Sean Green, and Dave Taylor joined around Doom 2.
Mm-hmm. And didn't American McGee also join around Doom 2?
Yeah, him too. I think I also had Mike Wilson. Willits hopped in around that time. They swapped out Wilbur for Hollinshed about the time of Quake 2, I want to say.
Mm.
Tom Hall was the first of the OGs to leave. I know that.
He got. I don't think it's quite fair to say he got fired, but he definitely got pushed away.
Mm-hmm.
Because they didn't like his approach, among other things.
The thing is, his approach ended up working out with Rod, because he was the lead guy behind that.
Yeah, because he went on to do Rise of the Triad, and that was a roaring success.
Yeah, the developer's incredible power.
Yeah, the dips.
Is okay. Okay. I was about to say that Kevin Cloud was still there, but no, he left in 2003. Id is the Donna Jackson. She's still the single. Yeah, she's the single id OG left.
Damn.
The office manager, the id mom herself.
Okay, Combustor is a 2, so that needs to be taken down.
Yeah. Anyway.
Otherwise, it's going to give you tood.
It has to be taken out or turned into one of your farts, God.
Honestly, I think the Magma Buster should be louder than the Combuster.
The what?
Yeah,
I said calm.
You said Clumbuster. You know you did.
No, there's this weapon called the Cumbuster.
I said Combuster. You fucks.
You said Clumbuster. You know you did.
You did say Clumbuster.
I disagree.
Are we gonna have to go to the clips to get this one sorted out?
Hi, Ari.
Harry, hello.
Hi, Aristrada.
It's a bun. How's it going, hon?
But Yeah, the Magma Buster does make considerably louder noise than the Combustor.
Yeah, because the combustor's just a...
Because the Combustor is boom, boom, boom. The Magma Buster, boom, 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 boom.
Yeah.
That's a 4, easily.
Pulsar Cutlass. I have to refer back to our
Discord conversation.
Yeah. Well,
I just
a 3.
died and lost about 30 to 40 minutes of progress.
come on, my dude. Save
I got-
early and save often.
I got sent back to the beginning of the fucking level.
Come on. Save
Rem-
early, save often. Don't forget your quick saves, my dude.
Press
God
G.
damn it.
Press G.
Hell, for me, it's F5, but anyway.
For me, it's G, so he's kind of mimicked that.
Yeah, I've taken on Scarlet's keybind setup because I'm familiar with it. the one time I played
Yeah.
in her room
Well,
And that's
and passed out in her bed.
yeah, I was about to say that's all he did in my room. Get your minds out of the gutter.
he passed out in your bed.
I wouldn't put it past myself, but also I was excessively tired.
You did not rip ass while you were asleep. Don't worry.
Oh, disappoint.
It would have been funny, though.
It would have been funny.
Anyway, with that, I'll be back in a few minutes. I have to go think about something.
Understood. Also, remember to use !Dirg to yell at me. I welcome it. By the way, I'm slowly piecing together additional things for Twitch for some redeems, because some of you have amassed an incredible amount of Bolt coin. So that'll come later. Also, while I've got your attention, don't forget to go check out the other platforms. Twitter, Blue Sky, YouTube. I post VODs 3 days a week. Also, check out my card for everything. Tomorrow there will be some announcements made in the server as well. There's a Discord server. If you don't mind age verification, go ahead and join that. Would love to have you on board. So we jump down to slot 9. For the Pyrocitor. Pyrocitor is a 3. Actually, this needs to, because it has its, fire loop. It needs to alert monsters more. Yeah, I'll do that. I'll do it this way. So start off with that line. Alert monsters 1000, alert monsters 1000. Alert monsters 1000. Alert monsters 1000. So how goes gameplay there, Con?
It's good. I am currently trying to get the Velocirator to V4, and it's a bit of or a V5, and it's a bit of a slow process at the moment.
Yeah. Well, hopefully the alterations to the leveling will make things just a little bit better. Slot 3, Blitzo Gun. I don't need to mess with that one because that's Alert 5.
Did it again.
That's how it was on purpose.
Oh, okay.
You're breaking me.
I just can't wait till you accidentally say Velocirator.
Right? Let's see, the Buzz Blades are 2, so anything within 500 is going to hear them. Wait, I hope you guys are enjoying the background music. Oh, that sounds weird. I was just saying, oh, I hope you guys are enjoying it, and then it does something strange. Ah! Oh. 500. There's no copy-paste.
500. 400. 300.
And the Infector.
I believe that those callouts begin at like, I think it starts at 100.
What?
That's an actual. So on certain aircraft, that is an actual thing where it will call out your altitude on landing.
Uh-huh.
So as you're coming in, it'll go 100, and then it will start counting down until you when you're about to hit the ground.
Hmm.
Other ones will do something funny, where they will it will tell you if the nose is too hot or too low. Because you're aero braking. So it will tell you if your nose is too low, but it will yell retard, retard, retard. Which is French for it's French for something. I don't remember exactly.
French
But the
for-
first time I heard it, I thought it was screaming at the pilot. I was like, what the fuck?
That's awful.
But it was hilarious. But it's French. It's a French aircraft.
Well, the term retard is meant for like to slow or resist something, like how you have so that is flame retardant. It's flame
It's true.
resistant.
I think it's telling the pilot to pull the stick back.
Yeah,
That's what it
basically
is.
slow your descent.
So if your nose is too low and you're coming in too fast, it'll scream at you,
Yeah.
which is hilarious.
Yep. The plane
Out of
will scream at you if your nose is too low. You heard that. Snoots up, bottoms.
I am Khan, and I approve this message.
Did I fix the Doom Blades as well? I did. Okay, good.
Oh,
Or oh,
the Hellion. And a bunch of
What
dudes. They're all dead now.
I'm sorry, I don't know how to pronounce your name, but what language is this? This is Decorate. This is a language built for Z-Doom and GZ-Doom and other Doom source ports therein. Basically, if you understand what a finite state machine is, this entirely bases its logic on finite state machines. So, actually, to give a brief explanation, a finite state machine is quite literally a machine with finite defined states. You have ways to navigate between them. You have inputs, you have procedures, and then you have your output, which could be some result or it could be going to a different state. Think of it like an alarm clock. That's one of the best educational examples. An alarm clock, under normal circumstances, it just ticks. So it is in its ticking state. But when the time it is supposed to go off is reached, it then transitions over to its alarm state. And you press the stop button on it, and it goes back to its tick state. And if you press snooze, that tick state gains an additional thing of, okay, I need to go off in 10 minutes again, so let's set another alarm. Decorate code does basically the same thing, where we have states. In this case, every actor, that is what we call objects in Decorate, every actor has a spawn state. That is where it begins. Always where it begins. And then it'll move into other states depending on things that are invoked. All these blue states you see here, like deselect and fire and ready, these are predefined. They have things within the code that you can't see that are going to force the actor into its state. So in the case of fire, when the fire key is pressed, that is when you are bumped into the fire state. The white-colored ones are user-defined states. These are ones that the blue states need code in order to go into.
So, you may understand what she's talking about. I have no fucking clue. So, I welcome the explanation.
Yeah. A finite state machine versus a Turing machine. You are... Yeah. So... Yeah, that was also for Con.
I'm here to look pretty. I don't know anything.
You also offer a perspective to mod development. So...
Yeah, by making stupid jokes.
You make stupid jokes, but you also provide insights for somebody who doesn't really know the ins and outs of the game very well. Someone who doesn't have eons of experience with Doom like me and X do. Okay, so the flux rifle is a 5. Mini turrets are a 2, and their firing is a 3.
So if you use !Dirk, you'll be able to talk directly to her a little bit easier. Because the Dirk is blind. Mm-hmm. Quite literally. But
yes,
he says, are you trying to make your own custom mod for a game?
Yes. This is Ratchet and Clank Hot and Bothered for Doom. Like classic Doom. This is a mod that's actually been in development since 2018. It was released back May 2nd of 2019 by myself, with significant help from Xterra here, who just returned from his toilet break.
Quite literally. But, yeah. When it comes to Decorate code, everything in the game is going to break down to one of three basic categories. It's going to be an entity, a weapon, or an item.
Mm-hmm.
Entities in... Well, sorry, no. There's 4. Entities, weapons, items, and projectiles. Missiles.
Missiles, yes.
7 years of development? This must be a massive mod. Who's handling the artwork? Mostly Charlotte and myself.
Yeah, the art is also not from scratch. There is credit given to artists who contributed. Thankfully, the Doom modding community is very open source with its creations.
Asset sharing, yeah.
There's asset sharing abound. Neither of us is particularly great with drawing, but we do some graphic design to help ourselves along, and some model rippage. Though I would much prefer to have drawn assets for the weapons, especially. And anything that comes from the source games, I would much prefer to have something that is drawn fresh and original. But skills and personnel are kind of limited for us, so it's a lot of ripping, a lot of tearing. No. But this is indeed a massive mod. We have 23 weapons with 5 levels of progression each. Most have an alt fire, plus you have your quick melee. You've got about 100 different monsters, completely rebuilt power-ups, and
Gadgets.
an RPG.
Don't forget the gadgets.
All currently, is it 14 or 17 gadgets right now? I don't remember offhand.
I don't know.
And a leveling system that is not really supported by the engine, but I make it work.
Continuing on the point I was talking about, which Doom engine are you preferring, Village Hunt? GZ Doom.
Yeah, GZ Doom, because it is the most advanced and the most feature-rich.
Continuing on the point I was talking about earlier when it comes to the code, like the decorate code, you have 4 basic categories which something can be. It can be a missile, an entity, or a missile, an entity, a weapon, or an item. A missile is any kind of projectile, which is, you know, like, let's say, like a bullet tracer, or a fireball, or a rocket, or a plasma bolt. This also applies to like some kind of like ambient decorations, like say, like in Hexen, where like sometimes lava balls will, like little fireballs and lava balls will pop out of like lava pools. Those count as missiles for the context of this.
Yeah.
An entity is any player or any monster.
Or technically any piece of furniture, like a lamp or a torch or a tree. Those are entities as well.
Yeah. Decorations fall under entities. So a monster, a player, or a map decoration object. A weapon is pretty much exactly what it says on the tin. It goes in the player. It goes in a player's hands. And they can use it to kill shit.
Now, here's the interesting thing about weapons and items is they first exist as an entity, and that is purely handled in their spawn loop. Everything else for them, everything else for an item or a weapon outside of its spawn state is wholly different from missiles and entities.
Yeah, and finishing up the definitions here, an item is a piece of ammo, a power-up, piece of armor, etc. Something which can be picked up and added to a player's inventory. This also includes keys. There's a defined group of states that are relevant to each kind of thing. Like, say, for instance, you're not going to find a fire state in a monster definition. Conversely, you're not going to find a sea state in a weapon definition.
Yep. The equivalent, though, your first example, technically there is an equivalent, because instead of a fire state for a monster, you have melee and missile. Those are the 2 monster attack states.
And the converse equivalent for a sea state to a weapon would be the ready state.
Would be the ready state, which really already does is wait for input. As you can see here, we have here on line 118 under the ready state. Let me break this down. So this is a sprite ID. Every sprite is given a 4-character ID. Then you have a frame ID. This is the 5th character in the file name. This number here is how many ticks, or 35ths of a second, the frame will hang for. And this is the function that gets called at the start of this timer. So weapon ready tells us, okay, what weapon buttons are we allowing? Because there are 4. There's primary fire, secondary fire, reload, and zoom.
Technically, there's 8, but continue.
Technically, there's 8. There are 4 user-defined functions, and they also get flags like these. So WRF, weapon ready flag, allow reload, basically tells weapon ready, we want to listen for a press of the reload key in addition to fire and alt fire. WRF underscore allow zoom, same thing but for the zoom key. There's also allow user 1, allow user 2, allow user 3, and allow user 4 in the same way.
There's also WRF underscore no bob to force the weapon to not allow, like, you know, the bobbing animation when you're moving around. You can turn that, you can force a weapon to not do that by adding that flag. It's one of many flags that can be added to this particular function. Whenever you see like something like WRF underscore blah blah blah, or like some kind of similar kind of syntax, that's usually a function flag.
Thankfully, the syntax highlighting makes that a little easier because flags are highlighted in purple when you're using Slade.
But another thing, what was I gonna segue into? Just because it's called reload or zoom does not necessarily mean it has to reload the weapon or act as a zoom or aim down sights key.
In
they
our
can
case,
be used any other function.
In this case, the reload button is your quick melee. And the zoom is for equipping your default weapon, because you have a menu option to set a default weapon.
In other mods, the reload and zoom might be like, you know, a tertiary and quaternary fire.
See Russian overkill.
Overkill and guncaster and things like that. Hell, Unbound.
Quake Style Unbound, the previous mod had
with the combo fire mechanics.
The combo fire mechanics, the flashlight. Quake Style Unbound was my previous work. You'll see it listed as being, if you find it, on Zorsoft.net. You'll find it as being by That Blind Guy. That, as my channel trailer indicates, that's me as well. That's an old name from before I hatched.
That's pre-transition, but still.
Yeah.
You'll also find the mod Quake Style ZX, which is mine. That's where Red over here learned the ropes from, and I don't know why she still friggin' likes it so much.
It is still my favorite mod of any game. Quake Style ZX, I will fucking... God, I love it. It's so good. That is like... And I'm not even just like... blowing smoke here because you made it. It is genuinely one of the best FPS experiences this side of Nightmare Reaper.
Damn, that is high praise coming from you, given how much you love Nightmare Reaper.
Indeed.
I don't mind taking second place to that. It still doesn't feel real, you know? Just... When I first posted ZX to ModDB, and it took off for a little bit, there was like, you know, a few hundred downloads over the next few weeks, and I was like, oh my god, I've got fans.
Yeah.
I have people who actually like this shit.
Right? People who make videos about your mod that have tens of thousands of views.
Yeah. And hell, a couple of, like, an element of the mod that I wrote, rewrote, I should say. It was kind of based off of something drawn from, I think I drew it from Trailblazer, but I adapted it to be like a power-up timer, like a little, like, tick-down power-up timer on the screen that also triggers a notable audio cue, like in Quake, when the power-up's wearing off. That shit got adapted into an accessibility mod called Toby Doom, and that I find to be one of my proudest little credits there, because that's a mod that helps Doom to be accessible to the blind.
Mm-hmm.
Given current company, that's fucking important.
Yeah, means a hell of a lot. The fact that that is just
They drew the Zage mod version of it, which Zage is honestly a more prominent mod, yes.
oh yeah.
But Silent Zora apparently adapted my code from ZX, and that's still. I was intending that thing to be adapted. I wanted it to be used. I was not expecting it to show up in an accessibility mod, and that really made my day the moment Scarlett first informed me of that. And then she's like, "Guess whose credit is in the new version of Toby Doom? You." Like, what?
Mm-hmm.
And then I look at it and like, Lord.
The Lacerator V5.
Oh, you got the dualies.
Hi, Cinder.
Cinder! Hi, how was school? 11 viewers, hell yeah. Welcome in, everybody. This is the highest viewership I've gotten in a hot minute, short of a raid. Welcome in. If you like what you see, give us a follow. Trying to grow the community.
Also, it seems like the bulk coin ICO is doing well.
Ayo?
I'm talking about the channel points, Dingus.
I know. You're. Why do you say that?
I've got 13,900 of them.
You got to do a head shave on a funky shake. Hey!
Mandalore 10 gifted a sub.
Whoa!
Thanks for sharing
Lasso,
the
you
love.
pitch.
Thanks for the gifted sub, Con.
That lost soul was your reward.
Yeah, it was. I tied back in, and it was right in my face. I was like, oh,
Just
fuck
like,
me.
oh, here, I gift a sub, and then...
By the way, dynamic sound propagation. We're about halfway through the weapons, and then we gotta go through all the projectiles.
Ain't that gonna be fun?
You know what? That's why I'm kind of like encouraging this impassioned, casual conversation, talking about the code itself, because it gives us shit to talk about. I don't want to bore everyone to death. Okay,
Hello?
Oh, the Cinder is here.
Meow.
Okay.
Okay, so the alt fire to the rift inducer shouldn't make any sound. That's literally just pressing a button on the gun.
Yeah, they were speaking. They were engaging in transfem communication protocol.
Transfem communication protocol subsection furry.
No, that's just straight up. That's just a straight up transfem protocol going like yum 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 yum. Yeah, that's
No, that's just the nyam merps, not the.
I mean, just as long as I don't accidentally merp in class again.
You merped in class?
I merped mid lecture.
Oh my god.
I have accidentally fucking mouthed in the middle of work, and I've gotten so fucking embarrassed about it.
Oh god, Red, I can't believe you. Yet I can believe you completely at the same time.
You don't have to be surprised. It's me we're talking
I'm
about.
I'm not
surprised.
I'm really not.
It's just a matter of time, really.
Okay, Arbiter firing 5, boom 5, so I'd leave that one on. Seeker gun firing at 3. So the squeaker gun
Excuse me.
is a 3,
That
so
wasn't
that's
a squeaker.
That's a range of 1,000. And that has no alt. this
what the
also.
fuck would you put as an alt on the seeker gun anyway?
I have no idea.
Me neither.
I think we spent a good chunk of time trying to think about that and just concluded that there's nothing that you can put on it.
Outside of maybe, like, you know, something like the original concept for the nanoswarms, like the cannon one, like an area denial mine or something like that, but nah.
Alt fire is just a button on the hover bomb, so we don't have to worry about that one. Hover bomb is practically a silenced explosive launcher. The only thing is, you only get one silenced attack, because as soon as it goes off, everything in sound propagation range, default sound propagation range, is coming after you.
I'm sure that we're talking about the hover bomb as I'm using it.
Good. You should be using it. Hover bomb is great. Slot 7!
Well, I got
Meteor
the
gun
Blasterator to V5, and now I'm working on some of the other weapons.
Yeah.
I just got it to V4, so...
Let me double check things. So the Meteor gun is a 5, because that is a loud bitch.
Boo, boo, boo.
Go, so Mark 19.
Morph-Array... Morpho-Ray is not a V4. Morpho-Ray is a 4, because persistent high-pitched noise and bright.
Yeah.
Whose phone's going off?
That was me imitating the Morpho.
I know. I know, you nerd.
Who's got a landline in 2025?
Me at work.
All I have to say is, hasta la vista.
Why is the way that you
Hey,
said
you
that
all.
making me yawn? You know what? I'm gonna make a weird executive suggestion. The Chicken Buster, silenced.
Yeah, I could see that. How much damage is it doing? Still just one?
Yeah, no, well, yes, okay. Complicated. So it does 1, but chickens take 100 times damage from it.
Yeah, I was talking about, like, outside of...
Outside of the cluckies, it does just a
outside
singular
of
point
plucking
of
motherfuckers
damage.
up.
Yeah.
But yeah, you could basically, like, silently, like, friggin' cherry tap a motherfucker to death with that thing if you're careful with it.
Well, if you
got the time.
Well, if you hit their pain state, then they're coming after you anyway.
Well, I mean, you're not alerting anybody else.
No, if you have the patience, you can just silent fire and cherry tap everything to death. Do you want to? No, I wouldn't even do that with basic zombiemen. Because
Let's say, no, I wouldn't even do that with your dick.
Damn.
no, I'm gonna step into the game and demonstrate this. So,
Time to go commando.
say you want to cherry tap a Baron to death.
You have to do that 1,000 times.
1,000 shots of this.
Pew, 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 pew.
That's not
Primal
happening.
Lane said, Cinder is mega gay and wants to make out
Cinder
with
is
me under
mega
an
gay
apple
and
tree.
wants to make out with Primal under an apple tree.
You're projecting, but also speaking facts.
Why under an apple tree specifically?
Because it's cute.
It's
I mean,
because
yeah.
also because it's Primal saying it.
True.
That too.
True.
Yeah.
I'm a bitch that loves apples.
There you go. Spitting Hydra's a 3. That's an interesting choice, but we're rolling with it.
Primal says yes. I knew the Yin Queen would show up eventually.
Mm-hmm.
Your summoning spell just took some time.
Yeah, it was a slow burn. Because then I could eat. She says, because then I could eat apples after smooching your face.
I can't eat apples, though. An apple a day keeps the doctor away, and that includes Dr. Pepper.
What? I guess you could say an apple a day keeps the cinder away.
I'm not a doctor.
I
I'm
know.
just a cat.
Now,
You're a cat who's also... I'm not going to say that on stream.
What?
What?
I didn't say nothing. You said it.
Don't mind her. She's just being a coward.
Damn. I'll let
Betrayal.
Khan take the fall for that.
That's fine. I'll punish him later.
Hey, you know, can I be there?
Bouncer. So Bouncer is a 3.
It's gonna be during your stream, so.
Harbinger is
No.
a 2.
Oh my god, this art is so creepy. I need it. Don't mind me. I'm just looking at blue sky right now. I love creepy, mildly off-putting art.
We're almost there, y'all.
whoa, halfway there. Whoa, kitten on a chair.
Oh, we're halfway there. Wow, chicken on a bear.
Whoa, falling down the stairs.
Eating a pear.
This is what I live. This is what I deal with. I was gonna say this is what I live
You're
with. I don't
welcome.
live. I don't live with you fuckers.
You love
Oh, you
us
live
as well.
for it.
You're not wrong. I do live for this insanity.
And
Silliness.
like you don't act like you're not the ringleader,
Like I don't actively participate in all of it.
right?
Primal, join the stream, you coward.
Yeah.
Get your
Yeah.
ass in here.
And with that, we have applied all the things to all the dudes.
It's some of the dudettes.
Primal asks, have you had any deep today, BB?
Cinder is pleading the fifth.
What?
You've been asked a
I have
question.
not. I have not.
Liza's
I
come
had
to Scorpio
Minute Maid
subscribe.
Lemonade with
Welcome
lunch,
to the Horde.
but not any deep peppy.
Oh, hey, it's Lizzo. Welcome in. Thank you for subscribing. How you doing, hun? Okay, so that's all that squared away. Now we move on to the wonderful world of projectiles. So all I need to do here is double check if anything has the alert monsters called. There she is.
Don't beg for my attention. God damn it.
My summoning spell worked!
Hugs primal, nuzzles primal, touches primal.
Cinder,
Yes, love.
Trish pointed out a pet coded.
You are.
You act like you're not, too.
This isn't about me.
Yeet. Passion.
You love me. And more than you love me, you love the attention.
I'm gonna withhold that comment.
Joke's on you, I'm into that shit.
Who the fuck played that soundbite?
I can't even.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't even deny that I'm right?
Yeah, can't. Damn it.
Just winding down for some rest. Well, I hope you get good rest, hun. And thank you for coming by here to do your winding down.
Also, I bought a Wacom tablet today.
You said.
Nice.
Yeah. I want to get back into digital drawing, and so I was asking around, like, what would people recommend for, like, a Wacom tablet, or tablets in general without a screen. And my friend Maba recommended the Wacom tablet. And I've heard some pretty good things about them, so...
They're pretty solid hardware from what I know.
I've thought of getting one for doing things with Substance Painter.
Like, I was gonna go for something like XP Pen, but, eh. Also, Lizzo was pretty.
Lizzo's very pretty. Lizzo's very sweet and cuddly.
I don't think
Very.
I've met them yet.
We gotta change that sometime soon.
Lizzo is a heckin' sweetheart.
She really is, like... God damn it. She's genuinely such a sweetheart. Got more spoons to socialize, and like one of the people I really want to get to know better as Liz.
Okay, something about... Okay, the submunitions for the bouncer, I'm thinking those aren't going to alert anything because one, well, the bouncer itself, the heavy bouncer is a different story. One, everything will already have been alerted. Two, those little pops aren't going to make a difference.
Oh, so you're not giving the bouncer the reduced sound, even with that little poof. It's
Oh,
still
no.
five?
I mean the shells going off. Like the little... What we've been calling the...
the jingle bombs. Okay.
Yeah, those are such a tiny explosion, they're not actually going to alert anything else. Functionally, it's not going to make a difference.
It could if monsters spawn in after the fact.
But if they spawn in after the
And they're not
fact,
already alerted.
they're already going to be alerted.
Fair. Yeah.
Because they had to come in through a teleporter that has line of sight on the player. All these files. Bullets, skip. Combustor flares, skip. Disc blades, skip. Flies, skip. Glove bombs, need to change that. Wait, so does the explode call... Does that alert monsters?
It can. Hang on.
So,
let me
in other
double
words,
check.
this whole endeavor's a waste of time.
Let me check.
Alright, if explode alerts monsters, then they're...
I'm pretty sure it can be set to either alert monsters or not.
Then let me do something in-game.
I'm looking up the Zedum wiki right now.
Yep. Okay, so
If
I'm
it'll
gonna
pull up.
summon this guy. I'm gonna give myself all the weapons. I'm going to turn no alert off, and I'm gonna fire from a very far distance so he can't hear me. He got alerted. He was alerted by the explosion. Let's test that again.
There is a Boolean. It's the 1, 2. It's right after the flags. Set up. It's distance, flags, alert, full damage distance, nails, nail damage, puff type, damage type.
Right,
you can put that
right.
to false, and they will not alert.
Okay, so combustor flares, I actually want their explode to be false on that flag.
Yeah.
Oh, and would you look at that? False. Okay, so... what needs silent explosions? Gravity mines definitely don't. Hover bombs, hell no. Ice debris doesn't matter. Lava streams. That's a... I still have the old lava gun projectiles.
Jesus. You think you can repurpose them somehow?
Doubtful. Because I'm not turning the... The only thing I could potentially do is turn the, is turn the Pyrocitor into that as an alt fire, and we know how that went. Unless we wanted to spread the damage with the combustor as an alt fire, but it already has that as an alt fire. It already has something as an alt fire, rather. Something that is far more valuable. Pyrocitor could use them as like a an instantaneous burst of damage for a chunk of ammo. That's a possibility. Give it an alt fire.
Yeah, the lava gun would work for that.
I'll consider that. That's an idea to actually make use of the lava stream actors here. Because the lava gun itself looked like absolute garbage. When we did it prior. Meteors, those should alert. The mini turret droppers, those don't alert. Orbital lasers, those hella alert. Parry blocks doesn't matter. Plasma bolts. Or plasma balls, rather.
Click Sawbun, grab my balls!
Those don't explode. Plasma bolts don't. Plasma bolts don't explode. Pyro flames don't care. Rift inducer balls. Rhino rockets are... yeah, those are taken care of. Seeker drones. Let's check these out. This calls explode and it alerts, as it should.
I gotta go, so you all be good.
No, you.
Love you, baby.
Love you too.
Have what?
Sword waves are a light show. They alert. Wait a minute. Do they alert? It's currently set to false. That's true. Small sword wave. True. Actually, X, what are you thinking on the small sort of like the V1 Pulsar Cutlass? Is that really worth making that an alerting thing?
Not really. Like, it could... On spawn, it could put out a grade 2 alert, maybe?
It already does. It does a grade 3 for the light show.
On impact, it doesn't make that much of a ruckus. I wouldn't say to bother with that.
Yeah, in hindsight, I agree. So it stays as a false for that. Synth Dropper doesn't get used. Tesla sparks don't explode, and wrench throws don't explode. Cool, cool. Oh, that was a good back pop. Another one. Ow. Okay. So, that's sound propagation done. There we go. Add that to the change log and mark it on the roadmap. Two, and done.
Cherry MX speeds.
What?
Oh, sorry. I'm just poking around eBay.
Oh.
I was seeing this. They're selling like a Corsair K70 missing all its keycaps, and the switches they have gray stems. So I think those are Cherry MX. I think those are like Cherry MX Silence or Cherry MX Speeds. I don't know. Doesn't matter to me. I've got my little Red Dragon here, and I'm liking it. Red Dragon these nuts.
Been had 3 hours of uptime so far. We're chugging along.
Yeah, it's a surprised at how nice this little friggin' board turned out to be, especially for like a $30 bargain on eBay plus maybe about $15 worth of switches. Customized it because I'm a nerd like that.
Yes, you are.
I'm probably the only person I know that has 3 different kinds of switches on the same keyboard. Yeah, I'm weird like that. Function row, lock keys, and Windows key have clicky switches. Numpad has heavy, like stiff linears. Everything else has tactiles.
Mm-hmm.
Blue, black, and brown switches, respectively.
Okay, so the next thing I'm gonna do a really quick change is changing the base health and damage of all monsters in New Game Plus. So currently they get boosted. I think their health gets boosted by 25%. It is going to be more significant to coincide with the Bolt multiplier. So the start of New Game Plus could prove to be quite hazardous, but that's intentional and normal to the source games.
Yeah, that is one complaint I've had over the years with Hot and Bothered. Early game hell.
It's been mitigated somewhat.
Yeah.
But New Game Plus is no longer...
fond of early game hell.
That's fair.
New Game Plus, it could still be considered a variant of early game hell. At that point, you're going to be experienced with everything, but you are effectively still starting all over, in a way.
Yeah.
Would you say a 50% bonus would do it, or you stuck on 75.
I'm sticking to 75 because
Gotcha.
you're going to level up quickly. Wait, what am I looking at? Oh, give XP. You get... Okay, so the New Game Plus bonus here is going away. What it was doing is your weapon XP, you get 50% more in New Game Plus. Since we're doing the multiplier, this is no longer needed, so I'm going to boot this line of code out. If we're in New Game Plus, start health plus equals start health over 4. That's 25%. So we do 3 times start health over 4 for 75%. Okay, so when entering New Game Plus, we turn elemental affinities on, set actor property damage factor, get actor property. Oh my god, what is all this? Oh, okay, so this is just increased by 25%. So, okay, 75%. It's a lot. It is a lot. But we also have the V8 weapons to factor in now, which are going to be ludicrous.
We're talking like on the order of the old V5s ludicrous.
Maybe not quite that far, but they're going to be ludicrous in their function, more so in their raw damage. Like, that mini nuke is going to do something in addition to just being a nuke. What I was thinking for that was actually having it just erupt in a hailstorm of random bullets. Not just random bullets, random bouncy bullets. Anything else that needs to be considered? No. Good. Okay, so there's the effect applied. Let's compile this. Test it. Sorry, I needed to admire the sprite work there. I needed to vein for a second.
Excellent.
Great. Now.
Excellent.
Awesome. Nice.
Excellent.
Okay, grabbed enough of them.
Nice. Item. Nice.
Let's see, so the Mancubus... So they're not accounting for health scaling, which should go up by, like, 5%. The Mancubus should start with 1050. That is not 1050.
I have your back, Ratchet.
so we enter New Game Plus. Let's not have any health gain here. Let's see what we're looking at. It's still only going up by 25%. Did I not save the archive? Did I not compile the script?
$5 says you didn't.
$5 says I didn't.
Silly.
I misspelled.
Silly Durg.
Is it trophy pickup? Yes. There we go. I didn't. Okay, corrected the mistake. Also, the shields and crosses you see there indicate elemental affinities. You can see that if you pay attention to the damage numbers, I'm not exactly explaining anything world-shattering. If you've played Borderlands for more than 3 seconds, you know what I'm talking about. Is damage numbers are colored to match the type. So in this case, the Mancubus here resists fire and explosive, but he is weak to plasma.
At one point, I remember you were wanting to put in, like, complete immunities. What would you use to signify that? X, maybe?
Maybe. Or just a modification on the shield. Maybe have the shield with an exclamation mark or something.
I would have probably just put an X to say, this does nothing.
Yeah. An X or a 0. That'll be a thing to suss out another day. Okay, that's 1 of 5 changes for New Game Plus.
Gotta love infinite ammo. Helldivers does shield. Could also just have no indication at all, like you're shooting a wall. If it does nothing, it shows nothing. Can't really do that with the with what's in the the damage indication scripts in the mod for the moment. Also, hi, Tardy Engineer. Welcome in.
Welcome in, welcome in.
Remember, exclamation mark Durg in the chat to trigger the TTS because Durg is a very blind bitch.
Yes. It didn't really get in the way too much during last night's stream on the other platform because I had chat literally sat directly in front of me thanks to VR. But here, doing this, that's not so much a thing.
If it does nothing, it shows nothing, transparent image. That's not the way the Damnum script works for that.
Unfortunately.
It renders text, not image.
Yeah. And
also
Tardy Engineer followed.
Thanks for the follow, hon.
And what were you trying to say, Primal?
Give me a sec.
Are you doing a pinned message?
Yes.
Because I have Mix It Up set to automatically do a pinned message.
Yeah, for some reason it didn't pin today, and I don't know why.
Goofy ass.
Did you forget to open up Mix It Up?
Nope, that's how I'm looking at chat right now.
What? God damn it. Okay.
That's also how sound bites are being played on stream. Because anytime there's a follow, a sub, or a raid, or a cheer, sounds get played.
I love that, honestly.
At some point, I'm going to need your assistance with channel point redeems and biddies.
Okay.
Because I'm gonna do biddies for doing TTS in different voices, and channel points for soundboard. Particularly soundboard
wanna
clips
do
that'll
that
mess
the
with
other
me.
way
Hmm?
You might want to do that the other way around.
Nah, I'm following Oats and Goats' model here. And it works for him pretty well. Also, TTS can be, TTS has a bit more substance to it, I feel.
L underscore, L underscore, L underscore.
I'll underscore your L.
Ayo.
Mandel 10 gifted a sub.
Hey!
Thanks for sharing the love.
On.
Thanks for the gifted
Bye-bye.
sub, hun. Remember to save your money. You have a trip coming up, hun.
Get the moist. Oh god. Get the moist jump scare regime because I use that on another friend a lot. No. He's talking about the one of moist Crackle going, woo! Did I scare you? Yeah, I bet I did.
I'm not opposed to that. I want the soundboard to be things that actively fuck with me. Like, even for when I'm playing Nightmare Reaper, have a soundboard clip of a legendary weapon drop.
Oh, legendary.
Just to be
I want
like,
a soundboard clip of a lost soul
where?
just to piss you off.
You want to know? You want to know the game sound that pisses me off the most? It's the sound of a mine beeping in the Fallout games.
Oh, fuck that.
No.
That gives me such anxiety. It's such a distinct sound, too, and it...
Discord message. That would really confuse me because streamer mode. I like that.
Also, welcome, Tardy Engineer.
Oh no!
Was lovely seeing
Oh,
you
God damn
last
it.
night, and it's lovely
Fuck
seeing you in
Claire.
stream here as well.
I turned around because I was talking to Wyra, and I turned back around to look at the stream. I was like, "Oh, I know that person."
Yes, yes.
Wyra laughed and was like, "Oh, someone followed you guys over to the safe for work side."
Indeed. And
Oh,
in
well.
fact, I think a couple of people did. Synergy. We love it. What the fuck was I about to do next?
That's a good question. Would you like another distraction?
Honestly, how it be sometimes, swear.
Okay, so... Actually, I kind of want to... I would love to do more mapping stuff, but I feel like mapping needs a full stream in and of itself. Maybe tomorrow. I do need to put the big bosses into the game. And the big
now you're just engineering lateness.
Yes. Hard to be the Nectar God in a PG-13 environment. Yes, yes. Although that's
Also, a reminder: you can use !Derg to talk directly to the Derg because Derg is blind.
So the thing with adding the big bosses, I kind of want to completely rebuild some of the levels. I think the Overlords was fine. The Ogres was fine. And the Arachnorb Queens was... I think the Arachnorb Queens could use some more detailing. The Mother Demon needs a complete rebuild because it's kind of ugly. And the Terminators is... I love the Terminators arena. That was so much fun to build. You know what? I have an idea. I have a
Oh no, she's got
devious...
an idea.
Everybody run. Too late to be a wizard. Oh. How about a demo of these bosses that I'm so damn proud of?
Yes, please.
So I need to go into ZDL. I need to add a file. I need to go into maps.
I may or may not be trying to find the Fallout Mind Beat.
Color me surprised.
And now, what is this
Not
map?
at all.
So these were the Annihilation Nation maps. So they use the nation number prefix, not prefix, but ID. So it's Nation 09. I'm gonna just drop into it. Here we go.
This looks like fun. Awesome. Hey. Cool.
So we have. These are the 4 weapons that I recommend you go after the Overlord with. The N60 Storm, the Pulsar Cutlass, the Lacerator, and the Seeker Gun. And I recommend these be at least V2. If you can have one of them to V3, that's great, but it is not essential. I'm gonna put each of these to V3, just for the sake of demo. And I'm gonna drop myself a few ammo-matics, just so that I have bullets to work with. Basically, get myself to the level that I would expect you to be at for this fight. I would also... Actually, I'm trying to think. What are some other things I'd expect you to have?
I just realized that your Discord stream is not showing the game.
It's not showing the game. You know what? It was showing Slade because we've been in Slade most of the day.
Yep.
So let me actually change stream over. I'm going to stop the stream, and I'm going to pull up the game.
The game.
The game. Uh-oh.
Yes.
What?
Oh, you're gonna hate me, Scarlet.
You found the Mind Beat. Okay, so I do want to have the... Let's see. Okay, so we've got the I want to have the thruster pack. I've got the blitz gun to V2. I'm trying to think what gadgets I would really need here. Oh, hold on.
Thanks for the... Excellent. Thanks.
Okay. And I'll put this to V3 as well. I'm a little overpowered, but we'll be okay.
You're a little over.
Oh, hush you. So as soon as this boss wakes up, that's when his health bar is going to show up on screen.
That looks like a... That looks like a beholder.
Kinda. Lacerator's great because it puts him in a holding pattern. Usually.
Lacerator's great for him.
You did a die. I heard that.
I just got greedy. Okay, so remember, opening move for this is to just charge in with the Lacerator. So the way that this dude works is whatever you notice that there are different colored pillars here. These correspond to his attacks. If he does a fire attack, he'll go to the red pillar.
Yep, there he was.
Now this fight was made with much more powerful weapons in mind. So while I do want my fights to be somewhat lengthy, I don't want them to quite be this lengthy.
Sure, this is not lengthy as much as it's girthy.
Oh, hush you.
This fight's a showed.
Wrong spot, genius. Thing to remember is that he does drop resources when he teleports away. And enemies, as you notice, they can't drop XP. They can't drop XP during a boss fight. Instead, ow, they drop health and ammo. Alright, I'm gonna give myself some more gear so we can move this along. Okay, we're at the halfway point of the fight. So we have to deal with a contingent of lost souls.
Of course you do. There's always lost souls.
And the boss goes into phase 2. Rift Inducer. Somehow you have this weapon. Well... Nope. If you could figure out how to stun lock this guy, then, well, he gets trivial. Got him nearly there. Kindly die. Very nearly. It's a dead boss. And now the boss is dead, we can start collecting some XP off the enemies again. And the game crashes. Because there's no Nation 02 loaded. So yeah, that's the fight. I do want them to go for a while, but not that much of a while. So his 40,000 health could stand to be cut down just a tiny little bit. This type of pistol erased us so in bits for a second. Nectar, yes, you did just hear Ratchet and Clank sounds. This mod is called Ratchet and Clank Hot and Bothered. It is every one of these weapons and everything in the mod is inspired by Ratchet and Clank. At least from the player's perspective. The enemies and everything that you're fighting against are quintessentially Doom. But yes, it is a Ratchet and Clank mod for Doom. Oh. So anyway, let's take a look at the health for that dude and get an idea. And bosses. Overlord. Overlord has 30k.
For 9,000.
I think 20k will be fine. Grrr. A theme with all of the bosses that I've made is battlefield management. You have to contend, as you saw, with additional enemies. That is completely deliberate. One thing I would probably do to that map is make it a little brighter, so it's easier to see the mooks in the center of the arena. So, like, every boss has this as an issue. The only boss that's a little bit less crazy about that is the ogre, because the ogre doesn't start throwing more shit at you until partway through the fight. What?
I just read my unit's quotes channel and I fucking died.
Oh dear.
There's no context, so I have no idea what's going on here, but it's fucking hilarious. Panther yelled to Sazi, "It's not doing enough, Sazi, do it from behind."
Oh, goodness. Oh, my throat hurts from talking so much. I think this may be where we call it, y'all. Because I do have another stream later tonight. Not here on Twitch. But nevertheless, another one. I'm gonna close things up. Also, I saw your comment about the song titled Nothing. I don't quite get it. But, this has been a really fun stream. Really, energized for a dev stream, I feel. Let's find somebody that I can, bump y'all over to. A lot of, wonderful beings probably streaming right now. Who do we got? We got Pink Fluffy Studios. We have Chisholm. We have Blue Firewolf. You know what? I'm gonna send y'all over to Chisholm. So, it's been lovely. Tomorrow, I think, is gonna be focused on mapping. And if we get bored with that, we'll switch over to Nightmare Reaper and blow some shit up. So, until next time. I've been V. I've been joined by the Peanut Gallery. Check out the other platforms, the YouTubes, the Twitters, the Blue Skies. Join the Discord if you would like to be part of an 18+ community. And hang out with me and my gaggle of crazy friends every so often. Yeah. Check out everything. And until next time. Jamata.